All right. Would you ride Ryder? Yes, I would ride my saber. Zakari. Clearly, you should trust anyone with evil alignment. Exactly. The good alignment people are the fucked up ones. The evil. Hold on. Hey, everybody. Renegade 68 and or 7 here with some more drugs. No. Some more Fate Stay Night Blind.
外暗いなじゃないわよこの恩知らず。目が覚めたらまず言うべきことがあるんじゃない？
If I keep loading on that save file every time, maybe Ren will be addicted to the drugs, like, with her reading Steiner, wrong series. Um, Lancer seems like a chill dude besides the whole killing us thing. He seems alright. Like, if we look at alignments for a second, because that's the joke we've been talking about. Like, and I even said this in my last stream when I was talking about, like, freaking Ryder sets up this blood fort thing. Apparently it's called a blood fort. And that was gonna kill everyone in the school, potentially. Everyone who is potentially has nothing to do with this, and she has good alignment. Like, what the fuck is that shit? And then Assassin's got evil alignment, but he did the honorable thing by not just killing Shiro. Frickin' Berserker's chaotic insane, so I don't know what that means. Maybe he's secretly the sanest one of all of us. I don't know. We still don't have Caster. Caster's the only one we don't have yet. Neutral. The opposite of neutral is still neutral. Haha. That's the thing, though, about being on Shinji's orders. I don't think it was really on Shinji. So, okay, also, if alignments are opposite, Saber has to be evil, clearly. And Lancer is just neutral. That's fine. The whole thing about being on Shinji's order, I don't think it is. Because, like, Shinji very much is acting like, in that last fight, he doesn't really fully comprehend Ryder's abilities. He's very much, not fully, he's getting in over his head, is the sense I'm getting. So, I don't think he's strong enough to fully control Ryder. If Ryder is fully under his control in some way, like, because, I mean, yeah, even if he ordered it, like, a servant can do whatever the fuck they want. So, unless they're fully under their control, but I don't think Shinji's strong enough unless I'm misunderstanding something. So that says to me, either alignments are just total bullshit, or it was just represented how they were in life, and maybe they're very different now, or it says to me that there's something going on behind the scenes with Shinji, like, something like, he said that like, his circumstances of getting the Grail War, like, he didn't necessarily want to be part of it either. Because Shiro apparently Shiro accidentally joined the war, but with Shinji, it was we don't know the full circumstances, but it seems like he joined the war not by accident, but like, I don't know. It's like, I'm not sure. I don't know the full circumstances, but maybe if someone forced him into it, then that same person gave him full control of Ryder. Like, he's got like some backup who's pulling the strings, pulling the Shinji strings. I don't know. Is it Sakura? She's the real evil? I don't know. Even if Inu Hanyu has command spells, like, command skills don't give you that much power. Like, we've been over this with Rin and Archer. The more precise the command spell, the more powerful the effect. The more vague it is, the less powerful the effect. And so the whole Blood Fort thing's been going on for a while. The fact that you'd be following it for that long and not really objecting at all seems unlikely. Yeah, exactly. Ryder did her beam of light, and Shinji didn't really know what that was. Command spells are like 3 absolute commands. Yeah, exactly. Ryder's following a lot of commands. And Shinji doesn't have nearly as insane magic as Rin. And even with Rin, Archer still isn't fully under control. But I don't know. Hard to say. We'll see going forward. Alignments may just be total loads of dick penis, but we'll see. Right, what's going on? What's she been talking to me about? It's dark outside. I pushed myself up. The clock says it's already past 10 p.m. Oh, my elbow's hurting a little bit. Ugh. Might have to see, like, what do you call those people? I don't know. Maybe I just gotta do some better stretches. Ugh. Oh, can you hear that? The cracking? Oh. Anyways. It's already past 10 p.m. It's not it's dark outside, you ingrate. Isn't there something you should say when you wake up? Yeah, where were you? That's what I'll say. Tosaka, I didn't know you were here. Shiro, the book lied to me, Tosaka. Wait, the book lied to... Okay, you put your quotes in the wrong places, Wise. Tosaka, I didn't know you were here.
いたのかじゃないわよ。
Don't say something like that. Also, yeah, you gave me this book, Rin. It's freaking lying to me.
あんたの真横でずっと看病してやってたのに、ずいぶんな態度じゃない。
I was by your side nursing you all this time, and that's your attitude? Well, I didn't know that until you just told me. So thank you. You could have just said nothing, like how earlier you saved my life and never said anything of it, and and so I had no reason to necessarily thank you. However, this time you went out of your way to say that you were nursing me because you want me to thank you. Because the man and the woman cuck each other very much. I see. I've done something bad. Well, if by bad you mean stupid, yes. You did stupidly go to the school, falling right into Shinji's trap. That was quite stupid, but, that's not the first time. Will it be the last time? Doubtful. This is where you hug Toesucker, saying thank you while crying.
すまない。どうも頭が固まってる。うまく物事を考えられないんだが、とにかくありがとう、登坂。
although maybe I
ま
could
たお前の世話になっちまった。
maybe I could suck Toesucker and say thank you, because you know that anyways. Sorry, my head's still not working. I can't think straight, but thanks. I owe you one again, Tosaka.
まあ別に大したことじゃないからいいけど、シロもあれだけの怪我だったんだから意識が朦朧としてるのも当然だしさ。
I never won't enjoy seeing Tosaka's expression just change like that. It's great. Well, it's fine since it's nothing important. I think it is rather important. What? What exactly isn't important? Not thanking you when I didn't realize the circumstances? Yes, I would say that's very unimportant. So unimportant that you had such a bad wound, so I'm sure it's only natural for your mind to be hazy. Yeah, I did have a bad wound. Do you know the circumstances? Did Saber tell you? Where were you? Saber is what saved Shiro. But I mean... yeah, Rin wasn't there to save me this time. Shame that Shiro didn't go all the way and actually break his neck. I guess, to be fair, we did have to stop the blood for it. But then once it was stopped, I don't know.
で、痛いところはないの？とりあえず外傷は塞がってるけど、中身まではわからないから。
So, does it hurt anywhere?
異常があるんなら手当てしないとまずいでしょ。
It seems the external wounds have already been healed, but I can't tell about your insides. Well, that's right, because Saber's wounds heal external, but not as much internal. Her healing powers only extend to making you look pretty. We have to heal the wounds if there's anything wrong, right?
いや、だるいだけで痛むところはない。
No, I just feel dull. Doesn't hurt anywhere. I'm good. Wolverine powers for the win. Thanks, Saber.
ただ、なんだか。
But, tada nondeka? And they just translate that as butt? I feel like I'm floating in the air. You can fly now? Oh shoot, you stole Gengar's levitate ability. Awkward stare. That's still a thing in Gen 8, by the way. I completely missed the bus on that, but in Gen 7, Gengar's ability changed. Is that still a thing? Let me check. Probably. His ability probably stayed changed for Generation 8. Is Gengar in Generation 8? I don't actually know. I haven't kept up on this stuff. Is he in Gen 8? Yeah, Cursed Body is his main ability. Generation 3 to 6. I don't know. Where does it say if he's in Gen 8? How do I do Pokemon research? Oh, here we go. Generation 8. Sword and Shield. Yeah, he's got a Pokedex entry. Gengar made the cut on the night of a full moon. Its shadows move on their own and laugh. It must be Gengar's doing. Its shadows move on their own, but they still get hurt by earthquake. Anyways. I don't know how I came to be here. It makes sense, to be fair. Gengar has been standing this whole time, but his ability's just been levitate for so long that I feel like it screws with players to just suddenly change his ability when, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Gengar, his sprite stands on the ground, but I mean, I always figured that he, even though he wasn't technically off the ground, he just ignored all that stuff because of his awesomeness. Cursed Body isn't nearly as good of an ability, but I don't know how I came to be here. I can't even remember what I was doing today.
父さんが学校は俺はあの後どうなったんだ
I assume Saber told you the details. Tosaka, how's the school? What happened to me after that?
大丈夫。みんなのことは安心なさい。学校にはキレイがフォローに行ったから。
I think that scares me even more. It's all right. You don't have to worry about them. Kirei went to follow up in the school. That's the other thing. What about the rule of eliminate the witness? If they don't know what caused it, I guess it's okay. If they all passed out and then wake up and they never necessarily saw any magic happening, I suppose it's okay. But like, and I guess it would be a little too awkward if all of a sudden everyone in the school died and nobody around knew the reasoning. That would be pretty fishy for the non-magic community. But yeah, sure, having those memory problems. Exactly. Kill everyone in the school. Oh, it's a bit dark.
廊下の補修とか事後処理はあいつがするから考えなくていいわ。あれでも新職なんだし、これぐらいさせなきゃ罰が当たるでしょ。
He'll handle the repairs. If we do kill everyone in the school, then we definitely have to break the status quo. That's something I was kind of hoping for. I mean, the status quo is broken anyways. Like, we're not just going to let Shinji be anymore. If we find him, we're fucking killing him. We should theoretically know where he lives. So, but then again, nope, he's got, you're strongest in your home base, right? So, it's not quite that easy. He'll handle the repairs on the hallway and take care of the aftermath, so you don't have to think about it. He's a priest, so he'll get divine punishment if he doesn't at least do that. I mean, Kiritsugu would do that. I think Kiritsugu or Kirei may do that if it's for the sake of their own Holy Grail victory, but in this case, Kirei is following orders of what the priest is meant to do in his role, so, and I don't think it's for his own goals necessarily, so I think he's okay to not kill everyone this time.
あいつがそれじゃあ学校の方は
Him, then the schools.
大事にはなってないわ。病院に運び込まれた生徒は多いけど、命に別状はないみたい。みんな栄養失調ってことで2、3日病院で休む程度だって。
It didn't end up as a serious matter. Many students were taken to the hospital, but none of their lives is in danger. Good job, translation. Everyone's being treated for No, really, good job, translation. I rarely have to point out typos. But none of their lives is in danger. Everyone's being treated for malnutrition, and they only have to stay there for a few days. I mean, how many people is everyone? Is Sakura involved in this? I assume Shinji would have made it so Sakura didn't get caught up in this? What about Ayako? Was she caught up in this? We know Taiga was caught up in this. Gosh, this will be interesting to see going forward. Was Ryudo caught up in this? I'm not sure. Were the teachers caught up? I mean, what's his name? Hold on. Was Kuzuki caught up, I wonder? Haven't seen Kuzuki in a while. Interesting to wonder about. But Shiro sort of got his wish. In a way, Shiro finally got his wish. Like, it took Shinji being a complete asshole to do it, but Shiro got his supervillain. Shinji, his best friend, was basically his supervillain, and Shiro got to kick his ass, but he wasn't. Shiro could have just killed Shinji and left it there, but he did the hero thing, which is to be commended. He gave Shinji a chance to, save everybody, and was even convincing about it. Shinji originally didn't, he didn't buy it. Shiro's not going to do anything, but Shiro actually properly threatened, followed through on the threat, got Shinji to back down on the blood fort, and yes, Shinji got away, but everyone at the school was saved, so Shiro finally got to be a hero for once. I was talking to some of my Discord friends about this and noticing some of the writing flaws. And they reminded me that this was a fan unofficial translation at the end of the day. I mean, yeah. Shinji's such a bro that he became a villain just to grant Shiro's wish. Exactly. What are friends for if not that? With friends like that, who needs... I mean, Shiro needs enemies. That's the whole point. Shiro wants enemies to be a superhero. But anyways.
そうか。それは
I see. That's... Great. The boundary field was stopped late, but that didn't mean I was too late. Yata, Yone. That's a plot there that's been going since the beginning of the game, pretty much. Even back when we were playing as Rin, we noticed that blood fort. It's been, it's been building for so long. So it makes me wonder, is there anyone else at school who is a master? Or maybe that's it. I assume there's at least one other person at school who's a master, because whoever Lancer's master is. My assumption is Kazuki, but... And then I guess the other masters would be other people. How many people are left that we have to figure out? Let me just remind myself, because Ren's a master, Shiro's a master, Shinji's a master, Illy's a master. There's 3 remaining masters. We don't know who Lancer's master is. We don't know who Assassin's master is. Right, and then there's Castor. We don't know Castor either, so... yeah. So I'm guessing whoever the master at the temple is just at the temple. I don't think we've seen them. I think there's going to be a 7th master that gets introduced at some point that we have not met either. Maybe that comes in from out of town. And then there's probably Kuzuki, who's a master, would be my guess. But anyways. Oh, what is this about less sexist Shiro? I forgot the translation was a lot off then. The Japanese text Shiro was a lot less overtly sexist. Wait, do you mean in this version or the other version? Because if he's less sexist in this version, then I mean, oh man. As soon as I relax, strength escapes my body. I take a deep breath and lean against the wall.
じゃあ俺の体の方も琴峰が治してくれたのか。
Then Kotomine heal my body too? No, Shiro, get on your own level. Saber did that subconsciously. All right. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the voices off for now, because we're just having a regular scene. Whatever. It's just Rin. Even you can't heal such wounds, right? What are you saying? You healed them yourself. Of course, it's freaking, you know, Saber Wolverine magic. In the Japanese version, he's a lot less sexist. Like, he's 20 times a dick in English talking about Ayako being assaulted. Oh, interesting. So this is like translation making him more sexist? Interesting. I don't really mind his sexism. I thought it was an interesting character quirk, and I'm still willing to take it as that, even if it's just in the English version. But interesting. Interesting choice on the translator's part. I'm assuming they did it deliberately. Unless it just came through unintentionally. But I'd like to think it was deliberate because that makes it more interesting to analyze. It's just like with Berserker. Your ability to close your wounds is excessive, but you don't know anything about it, right? Of course not. I don't understand it all either. I had a normal body until I made the contract with Saber. Oh, so he is... Okay, it's good to know he's at least a little sexist in Japanese. Okay, as long as we have that. Maybe you just don't know, but it could be that one of your ancestors is a lizard? Huh? I mean, unlikely. Am I the next dragon champion? Am I like, you know, am I the red dragon champion or the white dragon champion? Hey now, don't make such scary jokes with a straight face. To be fair, Shiro, because he's so stupid, would be a nice dragon champion. Isn't that how it works? The smarter and stronger you are, the more evil you tend to be. The more you tend to lose control of your dragon champion powers, or it takes over you or whatever. I don't know. High School DxD lore. To be fair, though, I think even the, you know, I think Shiro, I'm going to be honest, I think Shiro's pretty dumb. I think the main character of DxD is smarter than Shiro. He's more pervy, but I also think he's smarter, but... Growing back limbs equals being a Piccolo. Piccolo is a lizard. Don't make such scary jokes with a straight face. This feels weird for me, too. It's kind of like my body isn't my body. Did the screen freeze? Did it? No. No, it didn't. No drop frames. Should be fine. I guess it's fine. Whatever the reason, you've survived because of it. You've been saved twice already, so I guess turning into a lizard is an acceptable bargain. I mean, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take that lizard regen. Let's go. Cut a worm in half, it'll just grow into 2 new worms. I think. I remember hearing that somewhere. That could be fake news. Tosaka, do you enjoy making fun of a seriously injured person? Yeah. You mean someone who used to be seriously injured, right? Yeah, you've already been healed. Baka. Anyway, thanks, Saber. I don't know the reasoning behind it, but it's because of Saber that your body's like this. You freak! You're a freak of nature! Oh. That energizes my beaten up mind. What, where's Saber? The thing I have to do now. Thank Saber? Apologize to Saber? Both? Apologize to Saber for doing the obviously dumb thing and saying that you weren't going to let her fight? Or... There are words I need to say to her, asking for her help and being saved by her. I mean, that's her duty, though, as your servant in this Holy Grail War. You really Don't need to thank her for that. You should apologize to her for the sexism, though. I agree on that. Gah! I get up quickly. Moving causes pain throughout my body, but I can't worry about that. Lizards don't renegade the bones in the tail, though. Oh, you said regenerate. Sorry, my mind played tricks on me. Tosaka, where's Saber? So lizards got to be extra careful of their tail bones. Their tails are like their soul. She's in the dojo. I'm going to my room to get some stuff. Oh, so who do I follow then? Tosaka heads over to the outbuilding with light steps. Itai! Ouch! My joints cry out in pain. I feel a little bit of that pain. My elbow hurts today. I bear it by gritting my teeth and hurry to the dojo. If you hear some cracking every now and then today, it's because I'm cracking my elbow. I got to, do some good stretches, maybe. Oh, that's right. What the fuck was Ren doing? Thank you, Wise. What were you doing, Ren? Ah! I arrive at the dojo. Saber is sitting Japanese style by herself as if meditating. This feels like deja vu. Like this is always what we see when we come here.
Shiro, 目が覚めたのですか?
I'm surprised we didn't get a little scene of her. I'm surprised we didn't get to actually see her sitting like that. I thought it was going to be a brick joke. But okay. Shiro, are you awake? Ooh. Are you happy because your servant is better? Or are you happy because your Shiro is better? Saber notices me coming in, stands up, and comes to me instantly. Let's play this VLR style for a bit. We'll just have our main character be mute and let the others talk. Sorry, I just woke up. So, Saber...
すまないではありません。あなたには言いたいことが山ほどある。私を置いて敵の誘いに乗ったこと、一人で戦おうとしたこと、
Wow.
自身の体を気遣おうともしなかったこと。
Wow, she's quite a bit worried. It's not sorry. I have many things I need to say to you. You accepted a call from the enemy without me. You tried to fight by yourself. You did not take care of your body. Okay, I have a couple responses to that. First of all, I did accept a call from the enemy without you. That was very stupid of Shiro. You are correct. I wouldn't have done it, me renegade, but Shiro is stupid. We've been over this, or I've been over it. You tried to fight by yourself. Yes, he said he was going to be fair. Stupidly, but he did say he was going to anyway, so that's not really something to apologize for. At least not in the general sense. No, it is something to apologize for in the general sense, not in that specific sense, because of the general sense overriding the specific sense. But anyways, and you did not take care of your body. Didn't it? Not okay. Now that's a little. That one is you nitpicking because you like his body now. However, I'm sorry, but also thank you, I guess. But yeah, she's really getting heated. I think because she cares about me personally now, which is nice.
分かっているのですか? そのどれもが死に直結する愚行です。いや、実際あなたは死にかけていた。こうして私を追い詰めて何が楽しいのです。
Although, counterpoint, you are a fucking fuck that ran off to fight assassin yourself when I told you not to, so fuck you! Sorry, that still bugs me. Anyways, do you understand that all of those actions were foolish actions that would have been fatal? No, you really were almost dead. What enjoyment are you getting out of causing me so much trouble? I'm not getting any enjoyment out of causing you trouble. I'm sorry, Saber. I'm sorry, Shiro's stupid. I'm sorry I'm stupid. I'm sorry I'm playing as someone stupid. Well,
何ですか? 生半可な弁明では引き下がりません。
What is it? I'll not back down because of lame excuses. Well, I mean, to be fair, I said I was going to fight myself for a while anyways because of my sexism, because I think you're purdy. However, I did call you to fight and waste a freaking command spell when I shouldn't have had to. That's fair. But I think I've had character development. I'll not back down because of lame excuses. Just doing what you did, Saber. That's so true. Saber went off on her own. Shiro gets to go off on his own. It's only fair, right, Saber? Right, Saber? And don't you give me that, oh, but I'm stronger so I can do it bullshit. No! I'm your master. I tell you what to do. If you didn't do that one time, then I might have not done this. He probably still would have because he's stupid. But let's not talk about that.
今日という今日は、とことんあなたの考えを聞かせていただきますから。
I will totally hear you out today. Oh, you will? Well, thank you. How nice of you. Saber flares up at me. It's certainly an intense pressure, but seeing Saber being so emotional is rather pleasant. uh, that's cute. It is cute that she cares so much. You might think it's weird for me to smooch a ghost, but clearly you're a ghost that wants to be smooched. Now, wants to smooch me. You don't think that you should be smooched, but if the smooching happened, you would not object, I would bet. I know, I'll tell you. So let's talk, Saber. My body's fine as it appears. Yeah, because of your Wolverine powers. Does that take a strain on you, by the way? Are you okay? Did you get extra strained because of me? You looked pasty as heck when you showed up when I summoned you back in the Shinji fight, so...
シロ、持ち直したのですか?
Shiro, you're healed? Yeah, because of your Wolverine powers. Do you not realize that? Isn't this you? Is this not you? Is this me? Did we think it was you and it's actually me? If only I had Archer as a servant, we would have Kiritsugu 2.0. I'm sorry, who? What? How is that true? What are you talking about? Shiro is Archer, so I have no idea what kind of crazy analogy you're making. Yeah, I guess so. I'm alive for now. For now, no Taiga Dojo. Rip Taiga Dojo. Thought we would get it. We probably could have gotten it somewhere in there. There was a few choices, a few ways that could have gone. If I did it wrong, I'm sure I could have probably gotten Taiga Dojo to that somehow. At some point, I may go back and look into one of those to see if they lead to a Taiga Dojo, but not right now.
そうですか。それは良かった。
I think that's a new face. I think that's a new Saber face. I see. That is good. Yup. Clearly, she wants to be smooched. This isn't just her being glad her master's alive. The practicality is gone. She's glad that her Shiro is alive. Shinji is not Archer. Shiro is Archer. Gosh, Inu Hanyu, pay attention to my theories. Where did that threatening attitude go? Saber takes a relieved breath and smiles softly as if congratulating me on my safety. Dash. Besides, Shinji grows up to be assassin. We've been over this. He matures a lot by then, clearly, but it's in the future, past, present. That really makes me realize I made her feel so uneasy that even the expressionless Saber made such a face. I mean, yeah. Look, I mean, Shiro and Shinji do fuse in one timeline to make Archer, but it's Schrodinger's Archer. Archer is Shiro in one future. He's Shinji in another future, and he's a fusion between Shiro and Shinji in a third future. But they're all the same future, and we only find out which future is correct when we get to the end of the timeline, because your decisions in the future influence the past. Pay attention to my own theories. Look, man, it's okay. I'm allowed to cheat when they're crack theories. I made her feel so uneasy that even the expressionless Saber made such a face. I wasn't relying on Saber, but still, she accepted me as the person to fight with. I was the stupid one! Yes! Yatta! Other people have called him stupid, but he's calling himself stupid. Now, have you learned anything? Just because you know you were stupid doesn't mean you know to do the smart thing in future. That's what I'm looking for, Shiro. I didn't notice such pure trust. And I could not even give her the simplest truth of letting her fight. I mean, sure, but what if neither of them are anyone we know and are legit figures from history and myth and have nothing to do with the people nowadays? Yeah, but that's not fun. No. Shiro becomes Archer and Shinji becomes Assassin, but also Archer in a different timeline. And Saber is Taiga, by the way. Just so you know. And then Ryder, I guess, was Sakura? I guess Ryder is Sakura. So Sakura, I mean, she character develops, but in a weird way. It'll be interesting to see how she goes from how she is now to being like Ryder. Maybe their alignments symbolize... Oh, fuck! Maybe their alignments symbolize how they were as the characters in right now. Because... because Shinji's clearly a prick now, but he grows up to be Assassin, who's not that bad. That's why it says Assassin's alignment is evil, because Shinji's evil right now, but he becomes kind of good when he becomes Assassin, right? And shoot, yeah. And then the other thing, Rider is Sakura, which means Sakura is good right now, but she becomes a complete bitch later on, and she becomes evil when Sakura becomes Rider, right? And so I don't know, man. This is a little next level. Okay, let's think about this. So and then Saber is Taiga, of course, right? But lawful good. That's the thing, though. Taiga seems to be chaotic good, but she's forced to be lawful good because of the teacher role. Okay. Wait, besides, her lawful good is bullshit, anyways. What? Lawful neutral. That's the question. Okay, this is Ryudo. This is Ryudo. This is Ryudo from the future. And Ryudo is just lawful neutral. Ryudo doesn't really take sides. He doesn't like the whole women gender, just like Lancer. Oh my gosh, I'm the best. Saber is Neko-san. I mean, maybe, I guess. Is Shiro neutral? I mean, right, because Archer is neutral. Shiro, I would say he is neutral. His whole thing about that's the thing. It's next level because Shiro seems like he just wants to be a hero, but him being a hero is all bullshit because he just wants to be a hero to get the good feeling. We just went over this in his flashback. He wants to be a hero because he wants to feel good about himself because he has trouble feeling good about himself, and he saw Kiritsugu feeling good about being a hero. So Shiro figured if he was a hero, he'd also get the similar good feeling. So that's what he wants. He doesn't actually want to be a good person. He just wants to be a good person to get the good feeling he assumes will come with it. Therefore, that makes him kind of neutral, I would argue. Hercules became Goku. I mean, obviously. Shiro is good and Shinji is evil, so when they fuse, Archer is neutral. There's also that possibility. It's a Schrodinger's Archer. Anyways, I cannot even give her the simplest truth of letting her fight. It's funny because it kind of makes sense in a stupid way. Saber. Renegade is Nostradamus. I don't think I know what that means, but I'll take it as a compliment. I speak naturally. I can stare directly at the person I was so embarrassed to look at until now. Oh boy, directly at her, right into those beautiful green eyes. Green is my favorite color, you cheater. How did you know, Saber? How did you know?
はい。何ですか、シロ。
Yes, what is it, Shiro? I'm sorry, I was being stupid. Hey! My predictions are prophetic, of course. Nostradamus? Okay, hold on. Nostradamus. I want to know in what way I'm being complimented here. Nostradamus? Oh, wait. What is that? Nostradamus. Michael de Nostradam, usually Latinized as Nostradamus, was a French... Ooh, French! How did you know about my partial Frenchness? That's the part I tried to hide! Physician and reputed seer, who is best known for his book Les Prophéties, a collection of 942 poetic quatrains allegedly predicting future events. The book was first published in 1555 and has rarely been out of print since his death. Born 1503, died 1566. That's a decently long life for back in the day. That's 63 years? Wow. For back in the 1500s, I think that's decently long for back then. If I'm understanding my age year science correctly. Oh, interesting. Depending on the source, he was either born on the 14th or 21st of December, and then he died on either 1st or 2nd of July. Interesting. I mean, when it goes back, 500 years, I guess it's hard to get the exact science. But anyways. We got him. You did get him. Anyways. I'm sorry I was being stupid. I bow my head.
シロ、やめてください。先ほどのは言葉のあやです。怒っていたのは確かですが、あなたに謝ってもらう必要は。
Shiro, please do not do such a thing. My previous expression was just a figure of speech. I was certainly angry, but there's no need for you to apologize to me. Oh, of course. So first you get angry at me because you were worried about me, but then you see I'm okay, so the anger subsides and it's just happy that I'm not hurt. You were angry at the hurt, but with the hurt gone, you're just happy. But now I apologize. But apologizing means that I'm sad, and if I'm sad, then you have to be sad. Because, that's how emotions work. I doubt Saber ever had a real significant other in her Arthurian time. I know there's Guinevere. I don't know how much... Everybody's a fucking tsundere in this game. I don't know how much, I don't know how much Arthurian lore is true to her Arthurian lore, but, I'm assuming that she got a fake wife. Like, she presented it as if she had a wife. She really didn't have a wife, but she pretended that she had a wife, and, everybody, because, they did, like, a fake marriage, where it showed the world that they had a marriage, but it wasn't really marriage, but it was marriage, but they didn't really do anything because they were both girls, that kind of thing. Anyways, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with both being girls, just that there would have been back in the day. There is. It's natural to apologize to you as my partner. That's what you gotta do when you're the girl king. I mean, yeah. I'm sorry I let you worry. As long as I'm with you, I'll never fight alone. Looking at this with fresh eyes, I'd be very confused because Arthur had a son who got him fucked up. I mean, I don't know how much of the Arthurian lore is actually accurate and how much is warped because Arthur was not supposed to be a girl, so... I'm sure somewhere there's a fate database that says, avoid telling me things. Don't tell me things. Don't tell me things about lore. The game may tell me things about lore. And so I want to let the game tell me as much as it's going to tell me. And then later on, if I want to look at the nitty-gritty fate lore to see what her Arthurian time is like, I'll find out. But as long as I'm with you, I'll never fight alone.
Shiro, それは...
Shiro, that's what? Is that what someone said to you in Arthurian time? Is that what Archer said to you before you couldn't be with him because Archer was a boy and you were also a boy, or you were supposed to be a boy, so therefore you could not be with Archer, and so Archer actually loves you. Oh. Yeah, Saber, and it would make sense if Archer loves you because Archer is also Shiro. Yeah, Saber, please lend me your strength. Lend me your energy. Spirit Ball! That's right, Spirit Ball, not Spirit Bomb. I can't beat the other masters by myself. I need your help. Dadoy!
それでは、今までの行動が間違いだったと認めるのですね。
Then you will admit
シロはマスターとして後方支援に徹し、
that your actions until now have been stupid? That it is my role to fight, and you'll devote yourself as backup as a master? Which is what you should have done all along? No. If he says yes to this, I feel like this whole arc was fucking Okay, it wasn't pointless. It got Saber to be invested in Shiro sexually. But maybe a good theory, a knight who loved the king and found and killed for him. I mean, maybe. But will you devote yourself as a master? I think what he's gonna do, King me! We're playing checkers. Make me the king. I am King Shiro. Yeah, so, what was he saying? Gosh, chat distracts me. I love chat, but also, I think it'll be good if Shiro tries to, like, fight in tandem with her. Like, you know, instead of just fighting from behind, that the way this develops is that Shiro tries to fight alongside her, more so than another master would be. That, I think, is the logical progression of this, because otherwise it'll just feel like so much of this was wasted effort. I guess it was just to get Saber in this position, but she could have got here without Shiro being so stupid, so... Dash. I still don't want to see Saber hurt. That's why I've forbidden her from fighting. It was a stupid forbiddenness. That was what I had wrong. If I decided to fight with her, I should have just helped her with all my might. I mean, there you go. Shiro may just be gunning for masters. Yeah, just let her fight servants, he fights masters. I mean, sure, but... No, I don't think I was mistaken. If you are going to protect me, I'll protect you too. I can't let you fight alone. Thank you. Okay, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted for this all to not feel super stupid. Now it's only just normal Shiro stupid, not narrative stupid. Dash. Saber doesn't respond. Cold air flows through the dojo. Dash. But this is one thing that I cannot give up. That's fair. So long as you're letting Saber fight now, I think it's infinitely less stupid. I raise my head, thinking that I'll just need to beg her until she accepts it. And then...
その堅くなさは実にあなたらしい。
That obstinate personality is just like you. Huh? Saber? And she's just gonna accept it because she loves you now. So she loves your opinion. She loves your input. They're partners. Exactly.
まったく
Aibo.
今さら答えるまでもないでしょ。
There's no need to answer now. I'll never be your eyebrow. Gosh, I've been saying that. Oh, wow. Anyways, that was a Persona 4 joke. And that originated from Baka and Test? No. Sort of. It half did. It originated from Baka and Test when it said, I'll never be your banana. But then I used that on the term Aibo. Reminds you of something, Saber. Well, maybe it reminds of Kiritsugu, because Kiritsugu was... I mean, very, very different, actually. Never mind.
私はあなたの剣です。私以外の誰があなたの力になるのですか？
I am your sword. Who else but me will help you, Shiro? Rin's helping me. I'm trying to get Ilya to help me. My best friend Shinji will probably help me a bit. Archer gave me some good life advice. Maybe that's the reason I'm actually changing at this point. Ryder's hot, so I hope she helps me. If Ilya helps me, Berserker should help me. But I mean, no, you're the one who's gonna help me. Saying that, Saber puts out her left hand. Oh, well, I mean, I'm right-handed, so putting out your left hand for a handshake is offensive to me, but okay. Dash, dash, dash! With no sensible words coming to my mind, I silently shake her hand. A certain feeling of a handshake. A few days after we met, we finally exchanged a real contract. A fucking few days. A few months for me. And then Rin comes in, and it all gets awkward. Why are you two shaking hands? Okay, let's be one of those visual novels for a while where everyone's voice is on but Shiro. I really like it when visual novels do that, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have Shiro on during important stuff anyways, but for right now I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to just talk as Shiro for a little bit. He's getting smarter, so that means he's getting more like me. Therefore, it makes sense for me to be coming through more through him, which means shut up Shiro's voice actor. Why are you two shaking hands? Hey. Why do you have to show up with such timing? We were having a beautiful moment. Rin's getting in the way of her beautiful moment because she wants her own beautiful moment. Shiro VA only for fight scenes. What, and then she, punches me to make it seem like we're not actually getting intimate? Not that we were getting intimate, but Saber felt like we were getting intimate, which is dangerous because she doesn't want to get intimate because no ghost smooching. Because you can't fight, Rennie. You're right, I can't fight. I can just narrate his awesome fighting and be awesome about it. Give the best voice direction to myself. Dash, dash, dash. We release our hands quickly. It looked for a second like she punched me in the stomach or something. No, that would be more of a Rin thing to do. Saber's not like that. It weirded me out for a second. I'm like, did she?
なんか怪しいわね。まさか私に内緒で作戦会議をしてたとか？
You guys are acting weird. Could it be that you two were having a secret conference? Yeah, it was sexual, which you maybe should start worrying about now, Rin. In the past, you didn't really have to worry about me smooching a ghost, but now that she wants to smooch back, what if her wish just becomes to become a real girl? Then she could smooch back, and then you don't get a chance to smooch me anymore.
いえ、そういうわけではないんです。そのマスターの体が健康かどうか脈を測っていただけですので。
I think that's the blushiest blush we've seen from Saber. Yep, she's finally coming around. Saber's officially fully on the Shiro penis train, Shiro pants party. Rin joined the pants party a little while ago. Sakura was always part of the pants party. I don't know if Ayako's fully part of the pants party, but we'll get there. Ilya's also in the pants party, by the way. I made it happen. She's in an awkward phase where she doesn't know if she really wants to be in there, but I mean, everyone will enter the pants party. Don't let Saber cuck you, Rin. Oh shit, Saber versus Rin, let's go. No, that's not true. I was merely taking his pulse to check if Master's body was okay. To check if Master's body? Did you really word it that way? Dash, dash, dash. I'm dumbfounded. Saber is offering a really suspicious lie. And the only reason she feels like she has to lie is because she's scared of what the truth implies, even though there was nothing sketchy about the truth at all. No, before that, why is Saber panicking too?
へえ、変わった脈の取り方をするのね。
You sure take his pulse in a strange way. No, that's not true. Usually the pulse is actually easiest to find in the hand, I believe. At least for most people when the doctors take your pulse or whatever. Or when they draw blood. Do you take pulse in the same place you draw blood? Yeah, you do. I've seen the TV shows. I know science. They check your pulse in like your arm. And they take your blood from like your hand. Anyways. No, you can also check the pulse in the neck. Anyways. You sure take his pulse in a strange way. Tosaka looks at Saber curiously. That fucking face! You don't take a pulse with a handshake, though. Yeah, but the handshake was a disguise in case any, slimy masters like Shinji were spying on us. That's what the point was. Perhaps because she's not accustomed to lying, Saber starts to act even more suspiciously. Oh no, Saber, just don't lie. You're a bad liar. Stop it. You're especially bad with romance lies. Probably because you're not used to romance. Probably she doesn't even realize it's romance. She's probably not gotten to the stage where she realizes it's romance. She's likely in that phase that Rin was for a while, where she was lying to herself and told herself that it wasn't actually romance. But I think Rin's gotten past that and realizes that it's romance and just, is trying to be coy about the whole thing. But I have to help her or we might end up in a bad situation. Hey, what do you want? Didn't you say you were going to your room to get something? By the way, what were you doing? Where were you?
あ、それそれ。はい、セーバー、これ。
Oh yeah, here, Saber. This is it. Eh?
ありがとう。リンには迷惑をかける。
Thank you. I'm sorry for the trouble, Rin. I'm sorry, what? Are we exchanging gifts? Is it Christmas yet? Still 7 days to go. Still a week to go before we can go Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas in advance to everyone in the chat, though. After today, tomorrow, maybe Friday? I don't know if I'm going to stream Friday. I'm going to be taking the following week off streaming so I can, Christmas it up. So Merry Christmas in advance and to all a good new beer. I don't know. Tosaka gives Saber a bag. Saber takes it with a happy expression. As happy as expression was just now when she was handshaking me, I doubt it.
それが最後だから気をつけなさいよね。いくら強制召喚だからって力ずくで武装したら服なんて消し飛ぶんだから。
That's the last set, so be careful. Is this finally giving us an answer to where she got her clothes from we never knew in the past? Even if it wasn't enforced summoning, your clothes will scatter if you arm yourself by force. If you arm enforced summoning, she can summon her armor on herself, but her actual clothes, we never got the fucking answer to where her clothes are from. Because I chose to ask a different question. So, was she borrowing them from Rin? I assume she was borrowing them from, like, Taiga or something. Maybe she's been borrowing them from Rin all along? I don't know. Or maybe borrowing them from Sakura? Anyways.
申し訳ありません。突然のことだったので、そこまで考えが回らなかったのです。
I'm sorry, it was so
それで
sudden.
も、リンが同じ服を持っていてくれて助かりました。
I did not think that far ahead, but I'm glad you had the same clothes. The same clothes? Okay, wait, so you didn't get your clothes from Rin originally? Where did you get those fucking clothes from? It's a mystery for the ages, legitimately. At some point, if the game never actually answers, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna check that one thing. I want to see the answer to this question, but not yet. Not yet. I gotta play it as it lies.
まあね、単純なデザインだし、制服みたいなものだし。
Yeah, Rin was too busy getting clothes for Saber. That's what she was busy doing. Is that fucking it? Is that really what she was doing? It's a simple design like a uniform. Like a school uniform? Like she's gonna start fake going to school now? That would be really weird. It felt like the status quo was just about to shatter because, school is dead, but maybe school's not dead. I know it's another pair of the same clothes, but, like, Saber's acting like, oh, Rin had the same ones. That's a coincidence. As if someone else got them for her originally. That's what the wording was. Maybe it's a mistranslation, but that's what the wording... I know it was sudden. I do not think that far ahead. I'm glad you had the same clothes. Implying that, she got her clothes originally from somewhere else, and she's glad that Rin has a set of the same clothes that Saber was using. That's the implication I get. Apologies if I'm reading that wrong. Simple design like a uniform.
綺麗なやつ。 地味な服ばっかり私に押し付けるんだもの。ま、私には似合わない服だからいいけどさ。
That Kirei
なんだって
forced
そ
me
の
to wear
服にこ
these
だわるのよ、セイバー。
plain clothes. Well, it's fine since these clothes don't look good on me. You're only good in what, red? Why are you so concerned with them anyway, Saber? Your school uniform looks fine, but I do like her best in red for sure. I mean, what?
ええ、白が似合うと言いましたから。
Yes! Shiro said they look good on me, so I want to keep wearing them. That's why I'm concerned. Oh my god. Before you're like, yes, it's true, I will have to wear clothes like that when I'm out in public for the disguise's sake. Now I'm just gonna wear them in here for Shiro's sake. I want to look pretty for Shiro. And you literally just said that in front of me. Most girls hide the fact that they're looking pretty for a specific person because they feel so embarrassed about it. But you're not smart enough. You haven't smartened up enough to the romantic aspect to realize that that's exactly what that implies. And that should be embarrassing. I don't understand the situation too well, because you're romantic stupid and don't realize when girls like you. You like girls, but you don't realize that girls could like you. It seems that that's the third set of clothes for Saber. Third? I thought it was the second. Oh, did something happen to the second? I don't know. I'm not paying attention. Clothes. Who needs clothes? You just wear the same clothes and never change until they break. I mean, that is what Saber's doing, isn't it? We don't have any women's clothes here, so that means Saber is borrowing clothes from Tosaka. I mean, right now she is, but what about before? Was she always doing this? What about when Saber got clothes out of nowhere, even though we'd only just met Tosaka? I don't know. Maybe it was still Tosaka's. I didn't get that impression, though. Ellipses. But I'd prefer if you two did your girl talk elsewhere. Yeah, don't do your girl talk about how I like the way you look in clothes right in front of me. That's just embarrassing. I'm a guy too. We were having a serious conversation, but if you talk about this sort of thing, I can't help but feel let down. What? What? Because they're talking about clothes? Everyone wears fucking clothes, man. You wear clothes too, in case you didn't realize. Alright, sleepy time. Nothing much happens after that, and Saber and Tosaka force me to sleep. But do they sleep on either side of you, DXD style? No. Later, we'll get there. We'll get to the harem, not yet. Even though I regain consciousness, my body still is badly injured. From what I remember, Saber got her white clothes after Shiro got splatted by Herc. Okay, yeah, you see? Like, did Rin have time to get Saber's spare clothes at that point? These are the important questions we have to be asking. Like, not, why the fuck is Shiro part of this in the first place? Who even put that circle there for Shiro to be part of this in the first place? But no, seriously, how did that happen? How is Shiro part of this? Yeah, because, like, Ilya doesn't seem to... Yeah, that's right, I forgot about that. How the fuck is Shiro part of this war? Because I thought Ilya set him up to be part of it. But it seems like Ilya didn't even know Shiro was part of it. Ilya was going to kill Shiro just to kill Shiro. Ilya got surprised when Shiro was part of the war. She didn't necessarily know what was going to happen. Therefore, that implies someone else set up Shiro to be part of the war. Maybe it was Kirei? Hmm. Or it could have been Shiro. That's right. That's the other possibility. Shiro's going to time travel when he gets his wish come true, and he's going to go save everyone from the fire. And while he's there, he's going to set up the own circle for himself. That's right. I did start to think that might actually be what it was, based on process of elimination. Even though that seems kind of crack, it's not completely crack, so that might actually be true. My body is still badly injured. My arms were cut up by riders so badly that I would normally have had to give up on them. And my body is filled with cracks and strains from falling from the 3rd floor. So it was actually Archer who set up the summoning circle, because Shiro is Archer. I guess they share the opinion that I should sleep and rest for now, even though there are lots of things to talk about. Of course they share that opinion, because they both want your body in equal amounts-ish. Ellipses. They want your body to be in good condition for eventually when there's going to be the fucking. But I have to settle things as quickly as possible with Shinji. I mean, yeah, you should have went and killed the fucker earlier. Now I gotta kill him now for sure. Hey, Rin, get Archer. I'll get Saber. Let's go to Shinji's place and fuck him up. Hopefully he doesn't use Sakura as bait. And hopefully we can, like, brainwash Sakura so she doesn't know. That's gonna be awkward. If we can't brainwash Sakura, we'll just have to, like... I mean, Sakura doesn't like Shinji, but I don't know. She'll probably still be freaked out by his death. So possibly the answer might be killing Shinji and then, like, making it look like a suicide or something. I don't know. That because, like, Shinji is kind of fucked up. I don't know if he'd ever kill himself, but we can maybe convince Sakura he might have. Anyways. The mouse is, wait, I think the mouse that lives in his shed, and that mouse is shitting a certain pattern, and it happens to be the same as the summing circle, coincidentally. Perfect. That sounds so stupid, I think I believe it. Why is my brother dead, senpai? He fell down some stairs, Sakura. That's why he's so cut up. That's why his head got cut off all bloodily. He fell down some stairs. That did it to him. Sorry. I have to sell things as quickly as possible with Shinji. Shinji activated that boundary field without hesitation. I mean, no, he did hesitate. He waited for you to be in place and then activated it, but I get what you're saying. Even I know how dangerous it is to let such a master roam freely. Yeah, you've realized it. Shinji's a dickbag. He's gotta be dickbagged. We've gotta dick him in his bag. Put his dick in a bag. Damn it, this is no time to be sleeping. You gotta get your beauty sleep though, Shiro. Emptiness like dizziness. Only my mind is back to normal. As soon as I lay down, my body demands sleep, as it's still not fully healed. Sounds like a good idea. Just sleep. Just go to sleep and have a dream. Tomorrow I'll get back to banging Ilya. My sister, maybe. Sister cousin. I can't rest like this. Even if my body isn't fully healed, I have to go and find Shinji. Not in this state. Wait until the morning. You can kill him in the morning. He can get one more good night's sleep. Now what? Oh boy, are we getting a dream? Paralog? Status and weapon screen updated. Huh? Okay, we're on a new day. I'm having a bad dream. Of course you are. Status and weapon screen. What weapons do we have? Oh boy. Okay, Monochizo, Assassin. A long sword said to be... I think we've already seen this. In a real battle, long range translates directly into advantage. But when you're talking about a sword... Yeah, I've read this. Okay, dagger. So this is Ryder's weapon. She looked like a dagger wielder. She also looked like an assassin or a caster, and definitely not a rider. Where's her fucking mount? Don't tell me she rides the light. That's a load of ticks. So I wanted to say shit, and then I hesitated. I wanted to say dicks, but then I said ticks. It's a load of ticks. A giant nail that Ryder uses. Its origin is unknown, but we think that it's a weapon that reflects her inner character. A weapon that reflects her inner character? Unidentified dagger. I mean... reflects her inner character. Maybe it means like... Okay, if this is true and it reflects her inner character, then maybe... You know, it's showing that she tries to keep to the shadows. She's a bit of a sneaky type, like an assassin. But the ring on the other end represents her goodness, or the collar around her, how she's being choked and isn't able to do her own things, because if she was, she would do good things, not evil things that she's been doing. Fucking alignment. Status. Alright, what's changed? Anything with Ryder? Anything with Saber? Saber now wants to fuck Shiro. Ryder. Maybe the chains represent that she's enslaved? Yeah, that's certainly possible. Mato Shinji. I mean, yeah, we knew that. Female. Ability to ride. Details? No, we still don't have any details or skills. But we do know her noble phantasm. Aha. So it is the Blood Fort. I don't think they fully... No, the Blood Fort's not her noble phantasm. The Blood Fort was her light beam. Or they're both her noble phantasm? Because that is an A+ noble phantasm. If they both act as her noble phantasm. A double whammy final smash. Blood Fort Andromeda. Mass Effect Andromeda? What does Andromeda mean? Sorry, I'm going to look up something because I don't know that term. And now I've seen it used in Mass Effect and in Fate. What is Andromeda? What is that? What is that term? What is Andromeda? Andromeda Galaxy? Also known as Messier... Oh, maybe Mass Effect Andromeda was like took place in the galaxy, and this is based on Andromeda, so it's like galaxy sized. A barrier of blood. It melts the people within it. Yummy. The melted people become red blood and are absorbed by the user of the barrier. Okay, so we thought Castor set this up because it was super strong, but then and because nobody could use the souls, no one knows how to use them. But Ryder has a special blood fort thing that's part of her noble phantasm, and that's how she was able to use it despite not being Castor, apparently, because of her super awesome noble phantasm. Its primary use is to absorb magical energy and make her stronger. Rank B? Wait, what? She's A+. Huh? Noble Phantasm, A+. Noble Phantasm. B? Type Anti-Army Noble Phantasm. Range 10 to 40. Maximum target 500 people. Maybe the reason that it says B is because there's two parts to it. There's also the magical light attack. She's got a double whammy, like she can absorb it and then use the absorbed parts to make a Kamehameha laser beam. And that's like the second part, and they're both technically her final smash. She's got two final smashes. She's a cheater. She cheats and has two. This is not her true final smash. It's not even her true form. It's only her secondary final smash. Even though this one seems arguably better. I'd argue this one is better. But wait, more than one Noble Phantasm sounds like bullshit. You're only supposed to have one Noble Phantasm. It's got to all be part of one Noble Phantasm. So, like, the ability to absorb and then release that in the Kamehameha, to me, seems like the Noble Phantasm. That's probably her one Noble Phantasm. But, like, it has dual purposes, which would give it A+ rating. I was saying before how just a light beam that she can maybe ride is not A+ worthy, but if that comes packaged with the blood for it, if that's part of the deal, that sounds like A+ to me, so. Anyways, I'm having a bad dream. My injured body wants to sleep deeply. So like a two-partner Noble Phantasm. That is pretty good, yeah. My mind is still buried in that scene, and I can't fall into a deep sleep. My still injured body is burning, and my mind that cannot mourn enough is still burning too. I might be having a nightmare. Or is it even a night terror? As I doze, I see a dream in my unclear mind. How many victims were there? They all lived. Maybe you're seeing an alternate pathway where they all died? Don't let your dreams just be dreams. That's a game theory. I haven't watched Game Theory live stream in a while, but I watched one of their Mario Maker live streams a while back, and I remember someone commented being like, don't let your dreams just be dreams. I hope they still keep that as a meme. I enjoyed it. Which means I'm not allowed to say it. I'm not allowed to say it because I'd be stealing his meme. If he still uses it, hashtag, if he doesn't, then I guess I can steal it. I can, like, you know, save it. I can rescue the meme. I don't know. How many victims were there? Tosaka said nobody died, but that's only from the outside. Having had their lives sucked out by force, it will certainly be after effects. Hey! That's a smart thing to think of! Good on you, Shiro! Thinking of things and consequences beyond just life and death. That's smart. Long-term physical disabilities. Yeah, mental damage from lack of oxygen. Exactly! Good job, Shiro. You're being smarticle. There were even students that had serious injuries. I mean, they're getting healed, but yeah, just the idea that they're not dead makes everything okay is very untrue. The meme is part of the do it meme? Do it? What, you mean the Shia LaBeouf just do it? Don't let your dreams be dreams. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, is this all part of a Shia LaBeouf dream meme? And then part of that got commented to a MatPat live stream, and then he took that part and made it his own little thing. Separate from the Shia LaBeouf? I'm confused because I did not know about I knew about the do it, but I didn't know about the let your dreams be dreams from Shia LaBeouf. So, okay, don't let your shies be boofed. There were even students that had serious injuries. That scar is something that will stay with them for the rest of their lives, even if it heals. Oh, and he knows that because he was part of the fire. But to be fair, everybody else died in the fire, whereas everyone else did not die in this, so it's a little less bad. A lot less bad. My body hurts! My almost dead, no, my absolutely dead body convulses. If you were dead, you know, Maybe you're feeling the death from the other pathway where you went to Tiger Dojo, but hey, at least you got a Tiger Dojo, so that's fun. Feel good. Look at the positive side. More Tiger Dojo for you, alternate pathway, Shiro. It was unfortunate for everyone involved, but you still did well. Wait, who are you talking to? Are you talking to yourself? Are you encouraging yourself? Saying, yeah, you were a hero. You did good. You could have stopped it before it ever happened, but you stopped anyone from dying. You were able to stop the disaster in exchange for a wound you would normally die from. But you didn't this time, because you're a lucky piece of shit. There's nothing to mourn or to be ashamed of. That's a nice way of thinking, and if it helps your mental state, maybe you should think that way, but there's definitely something to mourn. Nothing to be ashamed of, but something to mourn for sure. Or you can be ashamed of your stupidity, because you were stupid to go into the trap, but I don't know. The pain tells me to quietly fall asleep for now. You wasted a command spell when you wouldn't have if you just had Saber come with you in the first place. But anyways, no. I can't deceive myself with such reasoning. It makes no difference to the fact that the disaster occurred while I was there, but I couldn't do anything. No, you did do something. Stop talking yourself down, Shiro. Will you never be satisfied with your heroing deeds? You would have hated to be Kiritsugu then. He did so many bad things and basically just one good thing, and just was satisfied with the one good thing. You gotta learn to be more satisfied, Shiro. Like, everybody could have died and you stopped that from happening. Because of how you handled the Shinji situation. It was well done. Stop hating yourself over this, man. Oh man, he's more fucked up than I realized. Even when he does do a hero thing, he still thinks he's not good enough. You'll never think you're good enough unless you just be happy for the good things you do sometimes. I say I saved lives, and you did! Literally everyone could have died if that kept going, but at the same time I couldn't save anybody. You saved literally everybody! Everybody in that school is alive because of you. I don't know what Rin was doing, but because of how you handled the situation, everybody lived. Yeah, Shiro seems to be unable to obtain the joy that Kiritsugu got. That's the thing. Kiritsugu could not save everybody. He only got to save one person, but was super satisfied just saving one person. Shiro just basically saved everyone, but got no joy from it. Maybe because he didn't see the people he saved and didn't see their faces? You can still know, Taiga's alive because of you. Probably Ayako's alive because of you. Do you have any other friends that were in school at the time? They're probably alive because of you. And you still feel unsatisfied? Because what? You want to be a perfectionist because you don't think it's good enough? So you don't have that good feeling. So you think you didn't do good enough. And you think if you'd done better, if you'd stopped them from even getting a little hurt, then you'd feel better and you'd have the real hero feeling. But it's going to be a never-ending cycle of letting yourself down. Even if you do better than this, which is hard, by the way. This was a very big accomplishment. Even if you do better than this, guess what, Shiro? You're still not going to feel better. You're still not going to feel better. You're never going to feel better doing this. Spoilers, Shiro. So stop, I guess. I mean, don't stop. It's still a good thing, but stop thinking this way. You're going to fuck yourself up, man. I mean, you've already fucked yourself up, but I mean more than you have. I mean, yeah, the fire fucked him up, but it seems like now it's seeming like it fucked him up super bad. Kiritsugu wanted to be a hero because he truly believed it, yeah. But Shiro wants to be a hero because he wants to get the good feeling that he saw Kiritsugu get. Which I was not realizing, but now that I'm realizing that's a big matzo ball. Yeah. That sounds very depressed. It seems like Shiro's a depressed person. He's holding on to the goal of being a hero. That's why maybe that says a lot about why Shiro's never really helped people. Like, he keeps training, thinking, oh, this will get me the hero satisfaction. But maybe he's, like, partially afraid of actually getting there because he's afraid that he won't get the satisfaction when he gets there. So that's why he hasn't bothered going towards being a police officer or an ambulance person. Someone to really actually do, a modern-day hero. He's just focused on the magic stuff because he's like, I can be a superhero like this. That's the level of happiness I'm looking for. And he didn't even have any end goal of when he would do it. But by thinking he would eventually do it kept him going. But now that he has a chance to really save people, and he actually did save people, he still feels like he has to do more. And arguably this is making him worse. I'm afraid of what will happen when he saves people, like, better than this. It'll likely make him even worse, thinking, no, like once he realizes that there's no happiness to be gained from saving people just inherently, at least not for him. Like, he could go into a real spiral depression. If anything, I think it's best for his psyche to just bow to the Grail War at this point, but he obviously doesn't realize that. That's a big matzo ball. Shiro, I hope you feel better. I didn't realize how fucked you were. Man, okay, I realized that he had to save other people with his penis. Like, Rin needs to be saved with his penis, and Elia needs to be saved with his penis. But now someone's gotta save him with their penis? Their vagina? He's gotta save his own penis? Someone's gotta save him! He's gotta save himself? I have to save him? A part of himself knows the truth, that he'll gain no happiness, so that's why he never really went after it. That's why he just, you know, yeah. Yeah, if he dedicated his life to, you know, ambulance or police or something, like, maybe he was afraid that would never lead to anything. Maybe he wanted to go higher than that. Maybe he was afraid of the Yeah. Archer. Exactly! Archer will save Shiro. It all makes sense. Archer did save him because Archer's the one who gave him the advice that actually got through to Shiro. It's all coming together. Shiro will save himself in the future. Anyways, I bet my mind and my body could go to sleep. No, that's why Archer's so fucking cynical. Because he realized saving people didn't make him feel good. He wanted to feel good. Shiro wanted to feel good, but feeling good never came. And that's why Archer's so cynical in the future. Everything makes sense. I bet my mind and my body could go to sleep peacefully. God, it's so fucked up because if Kiritsugu had done that, if Kiritsugu had managed to save all those people, that would have made him really happy. But instead, Shiro's, you know, feeling all fucked about it. Of course, Kiritsugu also would have killed Shinji immediately afterwards because he's kind of a cynical savior, but, you know. I'm pissed off. It's ridiculous for my mind to grumble about such a thing. There are no miracles like that. It's a great insult to want to go back and redo things just because I think they're inconvenient and disastrous. It's impossible to take something that has already happened and make it so that it didn't happen. They're playing up this whole time travel thing so hard. That's got to be his wish, to go back and stop the fire. And then what? Is he still going to feel shit? This could be a super downer ending. Unless somebody, you know, I don't know, man. There are no miracles like that. It's interesting how the text just goes to the bottom of the screen like that, as if he's arguing himself. Like, this is the top part of the screen is one part of Shiro, and the bottom part of the screen is the other part of Shiro's psyche. It's impossible, and more importantly, it shouldn't be done. That's why I can't pretend that events didn't happen. There's only one thing I can do. If I hate the scene I still see even now, I should just act to prevent it from ever happening again. But what about the next time you do a good job preventing it? Like, I mean, preventing it is good, but if you're so fucked up in the process, is it even worth it? I mean, I guess it is for the people you save, but like, that's a fucked up hero story. Sleep ends here. My body comes later. If you're caring so little for yourself, you're inevitably like, gosh, you care so little for your body, maybe because you realize, I don't know if you... It's a big matzo ball. It's a big matzo ball you put in my spaghetti. I just wanted some regular spaghetti. I like spaghetti, and you dropped a matzo ball in there. I don't like matzo balls, if I'm being honest. Get your silly matzo ball out of my good spaghetti. He may think if I stopped what made my life so fucked up, that'd grant happiness, and if that didn't help, what would happen? Yeah. If my body moves, get up and run. If no one getting hurt is the ideal I aim for, I should go do so until the point of my death. I do love spaghetti, yes. Oh, this seems like it's gonna be dark. Unless somebody saves him, like, I don't know, Archer, maybe, himself from the future, he just could go to that point. This seems like a tragedy. Are we playing a tragedy? Is this not going to be a happy ending? Maybe at least one pathway is the tragedy, and that's the main way to end the game, but there's a secret true way to end the game where you bone all the girls and get the true ending, and he ends up happy? I don't know. It seems like the more he saves people, the more depressed he's going to get. I open my eyes. Which is super interesting, by the way. Super interesting character study. I'm loving this game for how much I can draw into what the characters are like. They're definitely, you know, you think you understand the character, and then a new layer shows up, and I love it. Oh, it's so juicy. Kiritsugu tragedy is everyone dying around him. Shiro's downfall is him saving him, but not being happy. Yeah. It's kind of opposite. Like Kiritsugu, no matter what he tried, everyone would die. Even when he tried his best to save, he like, it never really worked out right. But then, with Shiro, it's the opposite. So, there's a reason Gen Uro Butcher got interested in Fate. Oh, he also loved the characters, and that's why he wrote Zero, and he wrote it with passion, which is why Saber's not non-canon. He just didn't get Saber, though. All right, I think that's a good place. We're not going to stop today. We're not stopping for today. We are going to stop eventually today, just not right now. However, I'm going to make a save point. We're going to take a little breaky wake while I take a pee-wee. Pee-wee's Playhouse. Shiro's dark. I fear for his future. He's going to save the ladies with his penis. But who saves the penis? Oh, who saves the penis? Pluralize. Okay, so we're back. I just had some great hot dogs, but the hot dogs are finished, and now we resume the Fatal Desione. I open my eyes, take a deep breath, and draw air into my lungs. Who the fuck eats dogs? Only if they're cooked, Tom's Tom. I would never eat raw dogs, only cooked dogs. I'm not a... What's the word I'm looking for? Barbarian? Maybe? I'm not... Something like that. Insert insulting word to low-class citizens. And she went into his room and said there's something someone is missing who protects others at cost of their life. Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. It's a Fate. Ignore chat. Play Fate. I mean, I love chat, but also play Fate. Renegade is coup confirmed? Wait, why am I coup? Because of women? I like women. Because I eat dogs. Right. Ho-ho. I take a deep breath and draw air into my lungs. Foo. Foo? Haha! Foo is the name of the dude from No More Heroes 3 trailer. Gosh. I'm so excited for that. Oh my gosh. I've been checking out Travis Strikes Again for the first time, and I was rewatching I'm rewatching a playthrough of No More Heroes 2 because it's been a while since I saw the first two games. And I'm getting all pumped. I'm getting the No More Heroes Jim Jammies. But anyways, the cold winter air takes away my drowsiness and uneasiness. I love how in the trailer Travis is like, coming 2020, good luck. It probably I'm guessing it won't come till Q1 2021, but we'll see. Habit is a great thing. It's only a bit past 6 o'clock. To be fair, there's a lot of things that are coming my way in 2020, so I kind of hope it gets delayed to 2021. You see, that's the thing. Never had a Wii. Wii was such a casual console. It was such a bad fit for that game. I mean, it worked with the motion controls, but like the target audience of the Wii did not fall in line at all with the type of game No More Heroes is. So I really hope they port it to the Switch. I think it would get a much bigger following there. But anyways, Habit is a great thing. It's only a bit past 6 o'clock, especially with the No More Heroes 3 trailer and a lot of people taking interest in that don't even know No More Heroes. It'd be a really missed opportunity if No More Heroes 1 and 2, like in a package deal, get ported to Switch if that doesn't happen. But anyways, it's only a bit past 6 o'clock. Maybe my body is healed quite well already as I'm awake at my usual time. Alright, yosh! I get up and fold the futon. Every time any word has foo or pronounces foo in it, I'm gonna think No More Heroes now. This is what you've done to me, Suda. During that normal action, a sharp pain runs through my left arm as if there's a crack in my bone. Uh-oh. Well, of course, there's no way it'd be healed already. Like this crack? Oh. No, actually, I was expecting that to be worse. I mean, all that's left is this pain. It's much better than when I got my stomach slashed by Berserker a few days ago. Oh, well, that's nice. At that time, my body was so weak that the nausea was worse than the pain. I go out to the hallway. The sunlight is gloomy and offers no energy. The weather is very cloudy, like it's going to rain. Foreshadowing! Like the rain is gonna put out the fire in your soul. You should be the rain in your soul. I think you have, but you definitely would have fire in your soul, and you need someone to put it out with rain. So maybe rain is a good thing. It's positive for you because rain puts out fires, but does it put out magic fires? Snow is even stronger water, rain. So one could make the argument that Ilya, with her snow setting, may put out the fire in your soul. I don't know. Shiro, you've awakened? What? Why is your voice off? What? I didn't turn your Oh, I forgot to turn the music back on. Ah! Oops! We're back! Ah! Everything's fine. Everything's fine, no problem. Fire with no real purpose, like a wildfire that consumes a city. Ho ho. Oh, Santa, you and your fire hijinks. Shiro, you have awakened? I have not done that before. That's my first time making that mistake. First time for everything. First time forgetting to turn the music back on. Yeah, I just woke up. You're up early today. You're usually asleep at this time. Yeah, it's unusual for Saber to be awake before breakfast is ready. She's usually saving to conserve her energy. Maybe she woke up early because she wanted to make sure you were feeling good, even if it's unpractical for the purposes of the fight. The problem is the more unpractical you are, the more likely we are to lose. So get back in your practical mindset and get off your hormones, lady.
シロ、私とて好きで眠っているわけではありません。私が朝食まで眠っているのは単に魔力を温存するためだと言ったはずです。
Shiro, I'm not sleeping because I want to. I think I've already told you I'm sleeping until breakfast to save my magical energy. Exactly. So why aren't you doing it today? Just to make sure I'm okay? Well, guess what? I'm okay. So go back to sleep, lady.
その、いかにも普段から寝過ごしているという物言いはやめてほしい。
I wish you would not make it sound like I'm always sleeping in. Well, you know, shut up. Why? I didn't intend to make it sound like that. I was just wondering if it was okay for you to wake up this early. Exactly. Is it? Are you suddenly getting all your magical energy back? Do you suddenly have... Is your magic suddenly... magic? Magic is friendship?
そうですか。私が早起きするのはおかしいと。
Oh, I see. So you're saying it's strange for me to wake up early. I mean, yeah, unless your magic is suddenly back. Or you're having a huge female boner, which is the more likely of the two. Saber sounds cranky. Is it just me? Cranky. I don't know if I got a cranky vibe, but maybe Japanese have a different word for cranky, which is more in line with what she is, but... It seems Saber is stricter today, or should I say she's unreserved. That's rude. Good thing you're not saying it out loud. No, not strange, but I'm wondering if it's alright. Exactly. It's my fault that you have to sleep a lot, right? So... Shouldn't you be sleeping a lot as long as you possibly can? That's a smart thing. Shiro's been saying smart things recently. That's good.
当然です。ですが、それはあくまで待機状態に過ぎません。私が眠っていたのは緊急時に備えてのもの。今の状態で眠るのは道理にかなわないではないですか。
Of course, but that is only when I'm on standby. I was sleeping in anticipation of an emergency. I do not think it is logical for me to sleep in this situation. Wait, you were sleeping because you didn't think there'd be an emergency? But you shouldn't sleep in this situation because Ryder and Shinji may come to attack us in the middle of the night? I think that's what you're saying? Why isn't it logical? We're not fighting anyone, nor is anyone attacking us right now. Yeah, but Shinji and Ryder may come into the middle of the night and try to assassinate. Ryder even seems like the assassin type, so...
いえ、ですからそれは。
No, I think you got your words backwards, but your point is sound if you actually make your point. Saber's unclear as if there's something she doesn't want to say. What she wants to say is she was worried about you. Because you're her husbando. Oh, well, it's not an emergency right now, so you should sleep until we head out. I'll come and get you when breakfast is ready, so save your powers until then. I'm gonna need your powers all day. That's right, I'll need them all day. All day long, all day. Ryder's gonna ride her light to break the whole building. That's scary. That's scary. I head towards the kitchen to make some hot dogs. Hot dogs? Have you ever had hot dogs, Shiro? Hold on, Shiro. What? Is there something else? I want to kiss you right on your big fat lip.
あなたは今何をすると言いましたか？
What did you just say you're gonna do? Oh, you think I should be resting more instead of going to the kitchen to make breakfast? Like I should let someone else do it? Like Rin is probably already doing it? Even though she usually doesn't even do breakfast, she's gonna make breakfast for my sake because I can't. Dash, 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 dash. I gasped without realizing. What did he say? I'll come and get you when breakfast's ready, so save your powers until then. I'm gonna need your powers all day. Oh, powers all day as in you have to trade me hardcore, or powers all day as we're gonna go hunt down Shinji? I mean, I was too busy making a sexual joke to read into the line any further, but I gasped without realizing. Even though she's asking me a question, Saber glares at me as if not letting me answer.
そもそもあなたは安静にしなければいけない体でしょ。
Your body should rest first, before going to the kitchen or before Shinji hunting? Or both.
朝食の支度など凛がします。シロが優先すべきことは部屋で休み、体を癒すことです。そ
Rin
れ
will
が分かっていないとは言わせません。
prepare breakfast. I mean, yeah, I assume so. What you should be doing is resting in your room and healing your body. I'll not let you claim you don't understand this fact. But I mean... But I gotta be a hero. My heroing last night didn't do enough. It didn't give me a good enough hard-on. I gotta be a bigger hero to fulfill my hard-on fantasy. Which means I'm now even more determined to be a better hero. So I can at least start by killing Shinji. And then that'll make me feel better about knowing he won't do anything else bad. It won't because I have a really deep-seated issue, but for now I don't know that and think it will. And once I'll kill Shinji, I'll just convince myself in some other way that it's not enough and there's something more I have to do to save the universe to make myself feel better. Saber. Saber sounds strict because she's concerned about my body. I either become happy or I fucking die. It's win-win, Saber. I mean... you die. I don't think Shiro dying is a win, but okay.
部屋に戻ってください、シロ。眠りが必要なのは
Please
私ではな
return.
くあなたの方です。
Please return to your room, Shiro. You are the one who needs sleep. She might be able to read my mind as she glares at me even harder. But still, I can't let Shinji go. I have to be the hero. I have to kill Shinji so he can't do any more bad things, which might give me the hero satisfaction of knowing he won't do any more bad things. Maybe. And if the possibility exists, I gotta do it. If I might feel good about it, I've gotta be a hero. As hard of a hero as I can. Get my hero hard on. I won't go back to my room. I'm already well rested, and there's something we have to do. Let's go out in town when we're ready, Saber. We have to find Shinji before the day is over. That's harsh. Before the day is over. For so much of this, he's been taking the Grail War so lax. Like, the whole thing's been so fucking lax. But I think that's because he's got this anger management thing where he gets angry. But he tries to manage it. Like, oh, I shouldn't get mad at Shinji. It's bad of me to let my emotions go crazy. I shouldn't get mad at X. But now that he has a target for his anger to go towards and a villain to potentially fight, like, he can't rest. He can't rest. He knows there's a villain to beat as the hero. He knows now that, like, you know, Shinji is now moved from the good guy camp to the bad guy camp. And if there's a bad guy, we gotta kill the bad guy. This is my hero instincts are telling me that it'll make me feel good to kill the bad guy.
なぜですか？今日中にライダーのマスターを捕らえる理由などありません。戦うのなら、シロの傷が癒えてからにするべきです。
Why is that? There's no reason to find Ryder's master before the day is over. If we're going to fight, we should wait until your wounds have healed. It'll not be too late then. I mean, you're right, but Shiro's getting antsy. He's getting antsy. He didn't feel good enough last night. He should have felt good for saving literally everyone in the school, but it didn't make him feel good. It didn't make him feel good, and he's kind of pissed about that, and he wants to do something while he's on this high to make him feel good, because otherwise... That's wrong, Saber. If you're talking about importance, my body comes later. Don't you be talking about my body. I'm a hero. Heroes don't get angry, and if I don't get angry, I may become happy. Well, yeah, maybe that's one of the reasons to manage his anger. Don't get mad at Shinji. Just be happy. Just be happy. Just be happy. And it's clearly not working. Oh, and Shinji, you're a fucking villain. Anger seems like the right thing for a hero to do now. Yep. We don't have any time. You should know what Shinji will do. I'm gonna separate him from Ryder before he puts up another boundary field like that. He won't be able to do anything without a servant. So, but you still don't want to kill him because you think that anger is going too far? So what? You're just gonna cut off his hand and get rid of the command seals? And then what will Ryder do after that?
昨日のような犠牲者を出したくないというのですか。ライダーのマスターを倒すのではなく、ただそれだけのために戦うと。
So you're saying you do not want victims like yesterday? You're fighting for that reason and not to defeat Ryder's master? I mean, does it matter the reason I'm fighting? We're still gonna defeat the Ryder's master right now, right? So that'll be 1 down, 5 to go, right? That's not true. I'll have Shinji take responsibility. It's just that we need to defeat Ryder for that. I mean, sure. Anyway, it's only natural to act to prevent any victims. That's something that comes way before the reason to fight. I don't know, I'd feel all awkward about Shinji doing that and then failing. And then, like, if I take his command seals away after that, like, I'd feel awkward just letting him go. Because, like, there's no magic jail. Magic people just let themselves run wild. And if I know Shinji is like that, even if I take away his command seals, like, wouldn't he take it out on Sakura and just beat her even more? Even harder? I'd be worried about that. And I just want to, I don't know, kill Shinji and get the ickiness over with if I was in this position. But, I don't know. That's something that comes before the reason to fight.
そうですか。
I see. You being a lawful good person should have a similar mentality, I would think, being that you were, you know, from the Arthurian legend and were, you know, big on saving people, and your wish, I think, is still saving people, but, like, in a different sense.
マスターがそう言うのなら、私は従うだけですが。
If my master says so, I'll only obey. At least, you know, I guess you're being like, well, this sounds like a load of shit, but at least he's wanting to fight another master, so I guess it's okay for now.
シンジを探す？別に文句はないけど、ちゃんと勝ち目があって言ってるんでしょうね、シロ。
Look for Shinji. I don't mind, but you're saying this because you have some chance of winning, right? I mean, I almost won last time, and you fucking barely got away. But, you know, with you on our side, we should win. Speaking of which, where were you? You weren't just getting clothes that whole time, right? Where were you? After breakfast. Tosaka reacts as soon as I declare that I can't let Shinji go. Huh? You mean a chance of winning against Shinji?
そうよ。前もって言っとくけど、賞賛もないくせに他のマスターに手を出す気だった。なんて言ったら笑うわよ。
I don't even know why this is a concern. Yeah, I'll warn you, but if you tell me you were going to go after Master without any hope of winning, I'll laugh at you. If you mean you're worried about me not having a plan, that's one thing. You're running her drug business. Nice. If you're warning me to not have a plan, that's one thing. But if you think I don't have a hope of winning, of course I do. We almost won last time. I was in a shitty position from the start. I got super mangled, and yet we still basically put out on top. And only lost because, you know, I gave Ryder an opening to get out of there with her Kamehameha attack. Yeah, we were winning even from a losing position. We basically won that fight. And now, assumedly, you'd be on our side as well with Archer. I think that in itself is all the hope we need of winning. I mean, yes, we'll be careful, but I don't know if we need a super duper plan. A plan would be nice, but Shiro's not a plan person, so... Damn it. What do you mean, damn it? Of course you have a hope of winning. You almost beat him last time from a losing position. Now that she says that, I've only thought about stopping Shinji and never about how to do so. Okay, yes, you need a plan. It's good to have a plan, but you didn't have a plan last time and it worked out fucking fine.
ちょっと、エミヤ君、本気？
Are you serious, Emiya-kun? What about you, Ren? Don't you have a plan? Don't you want to take down Shinji? Why are you letting me do all this? I'm the more amateurish person here. Are you having... Like, you're too honorable to have some sly plan of, I'll see what his plan, to see how good at planning he is, to see if I can maybe trick him later on when I go to kill him at the last final fight, when it becomes just the two of us. Like, you don't think that way. You're too honorable for that. So, like, well, I don't know, like, why you aren't just going, yeah, let's go punch Shinji in his schnoz. Is it because you're scared of death and despair and dying, or do you have something else going on because we still don't know what you were doing last night, or... Mm. Yeah, there is something wrong when Shiro's the more active of the team. It was like this way too with going to the temple. Back then she brought up this whole Archer excuse of, oh, Archer is resting and recuperating, but he seems fine now. So she does need money for gemstones for more drugs. Sorry, laugh at me if you want.
うわ悪いけど笑えないわ今の冗談
Sorry, but that joke isn't funny at all. If you've got any kind of plan, could you tell me? If you know anything that I don't, could you tell me? If she reacts like that, she'll make me realize how stupid I am. I mean, yeah, you're being stupid, but not that stupid. Not as stupid as if you just sat by and did nothing. Like, I mean, at least trying to get him, even if you have no plan, and you go after him, that's smarter than doing nothing and giving Shinji, who's kind of smart, a chance to come up with his own plan to get back at you. The quicker we do this, the less of a chance he has to get a plan. So even if we don't have a plan, that in itself, making it so that he never has time to come up with his own plan, is in itself kind of a plan.
セイバーあんたのマスターはこんなんだけどあなた自身はどうなの
Saber,
ライダーと戦うことに
your
異論は
master's
ないわ
like
け
this. But what about you? You don't have any objections to fighting Ryder? Why would she? She almost beat Ryder last time, and she was super, super pissed about not fighting for so long. Because I think she, she feels so mad about losing her chance last time that she's getting itchy and itchy, and the clock was running out. And so she was so itchy about fighting Assassin and making some progress. So when I actually finally offer a chance for her to make progress, of course she's not going to have an objection to it. You were the one who assumed Saber would go off on her own with the whole temple thing. So how is this different? If anything, it's not different. It's the opposite of different. It's ba.
ライダーと戦うだけならば問題はありません。彼女の能力は確認済みです。
Should be no problem if I'm only to fight against Ryder. She's got a good final smash, but outside of that, her skills aren't that great. I've already gauged her ability.
それはシロ本人も分かっていると思います。何しろライダーと直接対峙したのですから。
I believe Shiro knows as well. He has actually faced Ryder himself after all. I believe Shiro knows as well. I mean, yeah, because I've faced Ryder and I've faced Saber, and Saber is better than Ryder. Also, I faced Shinji, and I am better than Shinji. It's an easy win, even if it's just on the spot. Just don't give Shinji a chance to make his own plan, which he'd probably make. That in itself is a decent plan. Seeing Rin's point of view. Yeah, I gotta wonder. Rin seems very trapped in her own mind right now, I think. She was so focused on the Grail War, but then she got caught up in this Shiro thing immediately. And I think she's been so caught up in understanding her own sexual feelings for Shiro. And like now she almost doesn't want to move forward with the Grail War. I think they've reversed positions. Where Shiro felt so trapped in his normal life, he didn't really think about the Grail War. But now it hit him like a stack of bricks. And he's like, Grail War, Grail War, Grail War. Whereas Rin, I think, positions have reversed. And Rin now is more like, I kind of just want to make my husbando Shiro happy and spend more time with my husbando Shiro. If we go fight and we take out one of the other, servants, that means one less servant, which means one less reason for us to keep cooperating. But I want to keep cooperating. Might be Rin's inner struggle right now. Need to keep them from going out tonight because this is when my next big drug deal happens. Or that. That could be it. That could be it, Tom's Tom. I'll believe in the alternate possibilities. There's, every timeline, for every possible action, there's a timeline or whatever. You step on a rock, you make a new timeline, or however that line goes. Break a butterfly's wing off, and the flaps will cause a tsunami. I don't remember. Something like that. The butterfly effect. I believe Shiro knows as well. He is actually, no, that's actually not what I'm talking. The butterfly effect. Anyways, he was actually faced Ryder himself after all.
ああそうだっけならシロにもライダーがどの程度かは分かっているんだ
Oh yeah, so Shiro knows how strong she is as well? Yeah, just don't give me a chance to fight Archer. That would be giving me too much information, right? If you give me a chance to fight Archer, it'll be if Archer's trying to kill me. Tosaka inquires with her eyes. She asked me asking about Ryder's strength. Oh, you sneaky sneak. We are a team right now, so to be fair, we should probably tell you. But if we tell you, then you should help us. Butter can't fly. Oh, you funny Tom's Tom. That's a joke. Certainly I have a grasp of it. I am quite knowledgeable, you see. I don't know if it's because I have contract with a servant, or because of my command spell, or because of my practice with Saber is the real reason, so you've gotten used to fighting servants. But even though she's not my servant, if I see her fight, I can put numbers to her abilities. I know her power level. Pushes up glasses. I mean, if Saber has a 9,100, then Ryder only has like a 7,800. That was about Nappa's power level, right? So I mean, like Nappa, she's the Nappa to Saber's Goku in this case. So I mean, Berserker is Vegeta, I guess. The only problem is Saber has no Kaioken technique. I could put numbers to her abilities. Ryder herself wasn't a superior servant. Then again, even with Kaioken, Goku wasn't able to beat Vegeta alone, so maybe it is still like the Berserker thing. Nappa was like 5,000. No, he wasn't. 5,000. I know my Dragon Ball lore, man. 5,000 was his pretend power level that he was showing off in front of people because Vegeta and Nappa were both suppressing their power levels. And initially, Goku showed up and kicked Nappa's ass, but then he showed off his real power level, and it was a lot closer to 9,000. It wasn't 9,000, but I think it was in the 8,000-ish. But if I know my Dragon Ball lore correctly, I could be remembering wrong, but I believe my Dragon Ball lore is that Nappa's actual power level was about 8,000. Anyways, Ryder herself wasn't a superior servant. Wasn't a superior servant. It's just that she's got a good final smash. So, it's funny because Shinji's kind of shit, and got paired with Ryder, who's kind of shit. Maybe that's why. Maybe because Shinji's so shit, and he summoned a servant, he got a shit servant. But, like, the shit servant has a super special secret, and that's a great final smash. And maybe Shinji is the same way, personality-wise, where he sucks normally, but he's a good planner. He plans things, even if he's too cocky. He's got good plans, and he thinks with a cynical mind. And I don't know. Ryder herself wasn't a superior servant. Ryder isn't as strong as Saber. I don't think she'll win fighting one-on-one.
そうなんだ。ならちゃんと勝算はあるんじゃない。
I see, then you do have a chance of winning. And that's your reason for helping me out? You wouldn't be helping me out if I didn't have it. But then, wouldn't you helping me give us our chance of winning? Wasn't the whole thing with Berserker, originally, of course now I'm trying to get, Ilya on my side, but we haven't told them yet. Wasn't the whole thing with Berserker that us combining our powers is what would let us take down Berserker? If I had you and Archer on our side, then yeah. I mean, even if we aren't good enough to take down Shinji as we are, with you guys, we should be more than enough to take them down. But, like, we shouldn't even need you guys, so grumble, grumble, grumble.
シンジは魔術師じゃないから、ライダーはマスターからの支援を受けられない。必然的にセイバーとライダーの一騎打ちになるものね。
Shinji isn't a magus, so Ryder won't receive support from her master. Inevitably, the fight will be a one-on-one with Saber and Ryder. Actually, Shinji does know some magic. I was able to punch him in the schnoz and ignore it because I've gotten good at fighting strong people, so fighting weak people is not that hard, but I wonder how Shiro would do against Rin at this point. After taking so much abuse from Saber, Gady, he's gotten pretty good at taking abuse, and so people like Shinji, like normal people, non-servants don't phase him much now, so I wonder how Ren would do against him. Ellipses. Just like Tosaka says, as long as Shinji is her master, Ryder has to fight by herself. Except Shinji was doing some fighting, so, I mean, he had a shadow possession clone shuriken jutsu. There should be no disadvantage for Seiba.
何よ気の乗らない顔して。何か問題でもあるっていうの？
Why that great face? Are there any problems? Well, there's the problem that Saber's running low on juice, but is that what we're talking about? Yeah, look, Tosaka, even though Ryder was concerned by Saber, who is far superior, she was able to escape with Shinji. She's got a fast speed and a good final smash. We've seen Rin fight a bit. She had to run away from Lancer that one time, and then she threw jewels at Saber to use an attack. So we have seen Rin do a little bit of fighting. I guess we haven't seen her get in depth, but I think it was Ryder's noble phantasm. The arrow of light that trampled through the hallway. A wave of destruction that would have surely disintegrated my body without trace if Saber didn't knock me aside. That, and apparently it's a 2-for-1 that also serves as the blood fort, so it's pretty good. If that was Ryder's secret move, we can't be optimistic even if Ryder herself is weak.
つまりライダーはライダー本人より所有する宝具の方が優れてるタイプってわけね。
So that means Ryder is the type whose noble phantasm is superior to her own abilities. So, like, this is the kind of thing where we do not want to give Shinji the chance to create a scenario. Because if he can create a scenario and actually knows Ryder's abilities now, then maybe he can use that to his strategic advantage and get them to take us out in one blow, which would be scary. Which is why we should make the move before giving them the chance to make the move.
でセイバー、シローはともかくあなたならライダーの宝具が何であるか分かったんじゃない？
So Saber,
目の前で使われたんだから見当ぐらいはついてるんでしょ？
you should have been able to tell what Ryder's noble phantasm was, right? You should have some idea since it was used right in front of you. So do you know, do you have any idea who this is? Like, assumedly, you don't seem to know who Archer is, unless you've not been saying anything, but Archer, I think, knows who you are, Saber. But what about this, right? You did know who Lancer was, though. Lancer apparently was important enough for you to know, so you do have some knowledge. So maybe you also know about Ryder?
面目ありません。シロを守ることに精一杯で、私もあれが何であるか確認することはできな
I'm
かった。
sorry. I was too concentrated on protecting Shiro. I was not able to tell what it was. You were too concentrated on protecting your husbando. Bad Saber. Focus on the fight. I mean, I get it, but like that's arguably a downside, which Shiro brought on himself. Shiro totally brought this on himself by being super nice to Saber, so that now she wants his deck. So now she's gonna not always be concentrating the best in the middle of a fight, but you know, Shiro did this to himself, so what you say?
そんなことに気を割いていたら、私もシロもあの一撃に巻き込まれていたでしょう。
If I had worried about such a thing, we would have been engulfed by it. I guess. You're only saying that as an excuse because you were focused on Shiro's dick. If you weren't, I bet you would have known.
巻き込まれたって何？ライダーの宝具って飛び道具なの？
Engulfed? What, is Ryder's noble phantasm a projectile weapon? It's like, it's a Kamehameha Hadoken. But it's like, it's got the power of a spirit bomb. It's Kamehameha bomb. But, you know, it also, I think it takes the power drawn that she gets from the Blood Fort. I think that's the idea, but...
それに近いものでした。分類的にはリンの使う魔術に近い。あれは私の剣やランサーの槍のような対人宝具ではないのでしょう。
It was something close to it. It's a classification as close to the magic you use. It could not have been an anti-personal noble phantasm like my sword or Lancer's lance. Kamehameha!
私の魔術に近いってそれこそ変よ。
It's even stranger if it's like my magic. She seems kind of like a caster. She's a weird duck. She seems like an assassin caster that got shunted into the rider role, if I'm being honest. She still has no mount. And if her mount is just the light, that's a load of shit, but... Maybe I'm just being trained to think that she has a mount because of Fate Zero. But I mean, you know, it's weird to think that Fate Stay Night made up the idea of the Grail War and said, this is the rider role, but we're not going to follow it at all. And then Fate Zero's like, we'll follow it. It just seems kind of backwards, but... It's even stranger if it's like my magic.
セイバーの対魔術は神業じゃない。現代の魔術じゃまずあなたに傷を負わせることはできない。そのあなたがかわさなくちゃいけない魔術なんて、それは
Your magic resistance is godly. No magic in the present day can hurt you. If there is a magic even you have to avoid, that would be very, very strong. Super, like, overpowered Bolivian tier magic. Hold on, let me check status for a second. Saber and her abilities. Magic resistance A. Cancels any magic A rank or below. In practice, no magic today are able to hurt Saber. Aha! That's why Ryder's got an A+ magic. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Also, if she's super good in magic herself, that would explain why Ryder has a magic resistance of B. Also, frickin' magic resistance B. Riding A+. Ability to ride things. Can ride even demonic and holy creatures if they are beasts. This, however, does not include dragons. That's such an interesting specification. Not dragons. Fate is so weird with its lore. Like, it's like lore for lore's sake. Why even put that in there? I want to see her ride something, damn it. Aside from just light by the end of the game, or I'll be a little mad because she's got fucking A+ riding. Anyways. That would be...
はい。神秘はより強い神秘の前に無効化される。
Yes, divine mysteries are nullified by even stronger ones. Grail War noble phantasm shit.
私の鎧を通ることができる神秘はあなたたちの言う魔法か神域に住む幻想種だけです。
A divine mystery that can strike through my armor is what you people call sorcery, or a fantastic race with divinity. Let me check what's the gender ratio again? Saber's a girl, Lancer's a guy, Archer's a guy, Rider's a girl, Assassin's a guy-ish, and Berserker's So, what gender do I think Caster is? It's obviously not, it would never be even gender ratioed anyways, because there's 7 of them. However, I wonder if it's another girl. That would make it close to half and half. Or if it's a guy. Caster in Fate Zero was a guy, so maybe Caster in this one's a girl? I don't know. I mean, to be fair, a lot of them were guys in Fate Zero, right? I mean, Lancer was a guy, Archer was a guy, Rider was a guy, Caster was a guy, Assassin was a guy, Berserker was a guy. Literally, except for Saber, they were all guys. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just nice to think that the cast is almost rounded. I said ish because Assassin is Bishonen. So that's why I said he's a guy-ish. But I mean, like, if you compare him, the rest look more guy-y. Not Rider, sorry. Assassin looks the most Bishonen, that's what I meant. Anyways. A fantastic race with divinity.
魔法使いライダーは魔術師だっていうのセイバー
Sorcerer, are you saying Rider's a magus? I said it immediately when I saw Rider. She strikes me as an assassin or a caster. Like, not the Rider, but she's an assassin. And I thought freaking Shinji was pulling my leg when he said Rider. I'm like, that's full of shit. What's she really? Because she acts sneaky and stuff like an assassin, and she's got magical powers like a caster, and yet she got fucking shunted into the Rider role. What the hell does that say about the caster role? Oh. It's like Assassin got shunted in the assassin role, even though he's more of a saber. So what's going on with the caster role then? Why couldn't Rider take up that role?
いいえ、それほどの魔力は感じませんでした。
I did not feel so much magical energy from her.
彼女はライダーです。魔法使いがいるとすれば、それはキャスターだけでしょう。
If there
ライ
is
ダ
a
ーの
magus,
宝具はおそらく別のものだと思います。
she's of class Rider. We think if there is a magus, it could only be caster. Are you sure? Is that a proof? Do we need that to be sure? Whatever. I believe Rider's noble phantasm is something else. So it's super strong magic, but it's not normal magic. It's like crazy mystic assassin ninja magic. Which would make her an assassin, not a Rider. Maybe the reason they're holding off the last class reveal for so long is because it's actually going to be the real Rider. And this has been bullshit all along and she is caster. I don't know. Tosaka gives a relieved sigh at Saber's answer. But I don't quite get it. Saber, is your armor that strong? If you say only sorcerer can go through it, then that would make Lancer's Gay Bolg a sorcery as well. No, only sorcery magic can go through it. Weapons are different.
ええ、確かにランサーのゲイボルクは魔法に近い鎧ですが。リン、シローに説明してあげてくれますか?
Pushing the explanation off on Rin, because what, you're bad at teaching? I don't think Rin's much better. Maybe a little better. Yes, Lancer's Gay Bolg is certainly a curse close to sorcery, but Rin, could you please explain I'm bad at teaching?
私まあいいけど要するにシローはセイバーは魔法じゃないと傷つかないと勘違いしているわけ
Me? Well, okay. So in short, you're misinterpreting that Saber can only be hurt using sorcery, right? Yeah. No, that's not exactly what I meant. I just thought it was amazing if the armor is that strong. The only good teacher we have is Archer. Shame he doesn't feel like teaching us.
そりゃすごいわよセイバーに限らずサーバントってのはみんな英霊なのよ霊体ってこともあるけどまっとうな手段じゃ傷一つつけられないサーバントはそれ自体が神秘だから
Of course it's amazing. Not just Saber, but all the servants are heroic spirits. There's the fact that they're spirits, but they can't be hurt by normal means. That's because servants themselves are divine mysteries. Uh-huh.
物理的な手段でサーバントを傷つけられるのは同じ英霊であるサーバントだけ逆に言えばサーバント同士ならただのペーパーナイフでもセイバーを傷つけることはできる
The only ones that can physically hurt the servants are other servants, heroic spirits like them. In other words, if a servant was using it, even a paper knife could hurt Saber. I mean, I don't know. I think you can hurt a servant as a master. You just wouldn't do that much, right? Because they can still feel, I don't know. I guess there's some holy thing around them, but I assumed it was just that they were on such a high level that, of course, the masters won't be able to do much. And not that the masters can't do anything, but, That means Saber's armor isn't that strong against a servant?
そうね。けどセイバー自身接近戦の技量が優れているから白兵戦ではまずセイバーに傷は負わせられない。
Yeah, but Saber herself is skilled in combat, so it's pretty much impossible to hurt her in hand-to-hand combat. And yet, the best way to hurt her is through hand-to-hand combat because her armor resists magic. Which probably means, yeah, she doesn't have the best understanding of how magic works in general, because and that's why she got that armor, so she didn't have to deal with the magic bullshit and could just focus on the fighty fight.
残った手段は遠距離からの攻撃、魔術っていう飛び道具になるわけだけど、セイバーは騎士のくせにとんでもない対魔力を持ってるから、
The
大抵の
remaining
魔術は弾かれてしまうのよ。
The remaining means we'll be attacking using magic from a distance, or using a bow and arrow if you're the archer class. Archer is slightly OP. But since Saber has unbelievable magic resistance for a knight, she'll repel most magic. Yep, so that puts at least this Saber in a good position, even if it doesn't put Saber, It doesn't mean Saber in general is great, just this Saber, but sure.
バッドラックに代表される呪いなんてまず届かないし、魔力を矢として放つ直接干渉も効かない。
Course is like bad luck won't touch her. Bad luck. Well, she does have a high luck stat. Yeah, luck stat's pretty high, yeah. Anybody have A luck? Hold on. No, E, D. Oh, he has A luck. Interesting. Frickin' Berserker with B luck. And direct intervention like shooting an arrow of magical energy is useless. Well, maybe if it's magical energy, what if it's just an arrow that's physical? Archer is Saber's counter. Yeah, except that, yeah, she's he's one hit KO'd. I mean, yeah, she almost took him out in one strike, so Archer is Saber's counter, but might have to shoot from a bit of a distance. We haven't seen our Archer use a bow so far. I mean, yeah, he's only been close up with doodly dingy things, but I think those are like his arrows that I'm assuming he shoots from afar with his bow if he was to actually pull it out, but he's decently good close range, which says something about the knight lore, like the Arthurian lore, that Archer might have been a knight as well, which is why he's good at the physicalness. But he also was an archer. I'm sure Saber can do archery as well, but Archer is like especially archery, archer. Acha.
セイバーを倒したかったら真正面からの切り合いで彼女を任さなくちゃダメってわけ。
So if one wishes to defeat Saber, one must fight her head on, or, be an archer. Archer curse? More like Archer blessing. Saber is listening quietly to Tosaka's explanation. Are you going to correct her on this point? She probably is not interrupting because it's all true. Hey, that's cheating! Which part? They're attacking with magic because they can't beat her in combat, but if magic's used against her, what are they supposed to do? Beat her in combat! Yes, she is cheating. That's why she's such a good servant. That's really unfair.
そうね。
Yes, but she's your
けど
servant, so
その
be
セイバーだっ
happy.
て白兵戦で絶対に負けないというわけでもないでしょ。
Oh, and look at the freaking the freaking anger thing that showed up on Saber's head. What is it? Because I said that she was cheating? Yes, but that doesn't mean Saber can never be defeated in combat, right? I mean, Berserker can defeat her after all. Berserker is really her biggest weakness in such a Grail war, but
バーサーカーは力だけならセイバーを上回ってるし、ランサーだって白兵戦において必殺の槍を持ってる。
Berserker surpasses Saber in strength, and Lancer has his fatal lance. I mean, yeah, he's got that good C-ranked final smash. Keep coming back to that. It's freaking... No, never mind, it's B-ranked. I thought it was C. I guess I'm getting these two mixed up, the Magical Energy and the Noble Phantasm. No, it is B. Still, I'm surprised it's not A with how good it is, but... Herc is everyone's biggest weakness. Herc's should be biggest weakness is that he's hard to control and does a big strain on his master. But instead his master seems to be just fine because I think Ilya is super OP. So they really are the best combo. The only downside they have is that Berserker I don't think decides anything himself. It's all on Ilya, and she's kind of innocent. Like, she's smart, but she's innocent, so... Herc's weakness is magic. Doesn't have magic resistance. You're right, he doesn't have magic resistance, so that probably is his weakness. So using magic against him might not be the worst idea. So Caster is probably the most likely one to take out Ilya, if anyone. But Berserker surpasses Saber in strength, and Lancer has, yeah, who? Actually, that's a good question. I'm assuming Caster themselves have magic resistance, but like Saber has A rank magic resistance, Lancer's got C rank magic resistance, Archer has D rank magic resistance, Rider's got B rank magic resistance, Assassin has no magic resistance, so Assassin and Berserker so far are the ones who are kind of squishy to the magic. Berserker surpasses Saber in strength, and Lancer has his fatal lance in combat. And what about your servant? You're not going to say anything, are you? Are you?
今話してるライダーだってセイバーを出し抜くほどの宝具を持ってたんだからセイバーも完璧ってわけじゃないわ。
As you were just saying, Rider too has a noble phantasm that can kill even Saber. So it doesn't mean Saber is perfect. But then there's also Archer. Are you going to talk about your Archer? No. And then there's Assassin, who just seems better at fighting than Saber. So, I mean...
私たちだってセイバーを倒す方法はあるもの。
Wow, gloating. There are ways for even us to defeat Saber. Oh, do tell. Do tell me what those ways are, Rin. If you're, in the giving mood.
単にセイバーの耐魔力を上回る魔術を持ってくるか、サーバントが使っている武器を借りて寝ている間に首を切るとか。サーバントの武器ならサーバント自身と同じ霊格なんだから傷をつけることは可能なはずよ。
She just went straight out and said it. We just need to use magic that exceeds Saber's magic resistance. Do you have S rank magic hidden away? Because if you do, that's news to us. We should keep that in mind, maybe. Unless that's a bluff. Archer is more of an archer unless he's got some magic we don't know about. He's not Caster. So what do you mean magic that exceeds magic resistance? We've just talked about how Saber's magic resistance is the best. So I don't know what you're talking about. Unless you've got some secret S rank magic hiding away. Or use the weapon she uses and cut her neck while she's asleep. I mean, they just said it. Yes, they could kill her in her sleep. They could kill me in my sleep. That's the bigger fear. I mean, that was my initial fear of, staying over at all, is they could try to kill me in my sleep. But, I think Rin is too honorable to actually do that. But the fact that she went out and brought it up as a possibility is sketchy as fuck. And I guess she doesn't realize how sketchy that is. Servants' weapons are in spirit form like that, so they should be able to hurt them. Jesus. Thank you for giving me those tidbits of ways you could kill me or Saber. I'll take them into account, I suppose. I think that would just make the conversation super awkward if anybody that's kind of sane was involved, but I think Rin and Shiro are both kind of fucked up in certain ways. Saber, she might be taking notes. It's a scary example, but I understand. Hold on, Tosaka. Oh, what? What do you need to chime in about, Saber? To kill Herc, we just need to kill him in his sleep. Even in his fucking sleep. Are you kidding me? He's strong as heck. I bet his neck muscles resist any kind of kill in his sleep. You can't talk like that in front of Saber herself. I see. Wait, who's saying I see? It must be that Ryder's noble phantasm is not especially strong, but that Saber went in defense because it was an attack from a servant? I mean, no. No, it is strong. Stop talking down Saber.
わけないでしょ。セイバーが守りに徹するのなら、ライダー自身じゃ何をしたって追い詰めることなんて不可能よ。
Of course
ライダー
not.
本人がそう優れた英霊じゃないのな
If
ら、
Saber concentrated on
彼女が
defense,
宝具を使ったところで、
Rin,
我が知れているし。
you're a bad teacher, giving me really mixed messages. You're really bad at teaching. I mean, I guess you were never supposed to be in a position to teach, and now that you have to, you're kind of a shitty teacher. You told me things in the wrong order. If Saber concentrated on defense, Ryder herself couldn't do anything to finish Saber. If Ryder herself isn't a spirit heroic spirit, then old phantasm she uses won't be strong either. But it is strong, so...
そうでしょ、セイバー。ライダーの宝具は、ライダー自身の能力とは関係のない武器なのよね。
Isn't that right, Saber? Ryder's noble phantasm is unrelated to her own ability, right? Is it?
おそらくライダーの技や魔力に頼らない自動的な武装、宝具そのものに効果があるものだと思います。
Yeah, we just need Archer to explain everything to us. Probably. I believe it's an automatic weapon that does not rely on rider's skill or magical energy, or something that has an effect on the noble phantasm itself. Okay. Okay.
魔術か幻想種か
Magic or a fantastic race. Fantastic race? Who are we racing? She's a rider. I mean, she could race. If Archer was explaining this, Ryder's noble phantasm... Ryder's noble phantasm was some bullshit and kill Saber. Take care. I mean, yeah, that's all he would say to Shiro, but he'd probably know more than that for sure. Because he's good at the analytical, I think.
どちらにせよあの魔法陣から放たれたものは圧倒的でした直撃を受けた場合生き延びられるサーバントなどいないでしょう
Either way, the thing released from that magic circle was overwhelming. I don't think any servant would be able to survive it if they received a direct blow.
そうなの？数値的にどれくらい？
How is it level-wise? Have you checked the stats? It's A+. Interesting to think of. So yeah, it might be a good technique to use, against Berserker if we're doing that, but I mean, that's, there's always the strategy of pit others against each other, but I don't think Rin or Shiro are that kind of person. So, they're different, but they both are very much blunt in the sense of wanting to do the fighting themselves. Shinji's the kind of person who would pit others against each other, but, and Ilya, I think, is the kind of person, in a different sense, who would want to do the fighting herself.
あなたたち風に言うのなら A プラスといったところでしょうか私個人の推測に過ぎないので断定はできませんが
Putting it your way, I would say about an A+. It's just a speculation, so I can't be certain. I can! Haven't you checked the status? Does no one else see this? Is this just for me? This is killing my freaking verisimilitude. I mean, yeah, it's an A+, but I already knew that. And you would too if you checked the stats, Saber.
A プラス？何それ？魔法一歩手前じゃない。
A+, what is that? That's almost at the level of sorcery. Oh, almost? So it's not even a sorcery? So what, sorcery is S? So what, does whoever the caster is have S magic maybe? But why do you not know this? Status. I guess the characters just don't look at the status screen. It's just for me. Which just feels silly, because I'm looking at this after she gave me the book. I guess because she thought she knew enough that she didn't need the book, and if she had the book, she'd be getting this information? But, clearly you didn't know enough. Because if you had the book, you would have known this for a while. Well, I guess you wouldn't have, because you have to directly meet Ryder for it to get entered into the status book, maybe? I'm not sure how this works, but...
そんなの使われてよく学校が吹っ飛ばなかったってもんだわ。
I'm surprised it still didn't get blown away if something like that was used. Well, it was concentrated, so... She hasn't met Ryder, right? So Rin wouldn't know. That's fair, but, I don't know.
単純に破壊するだけの宝具というわけではないのでしょうもともとは他の用途がある宝具なのではないでしょうか
I believe it's not a noble phantasm that simply destroys. Perhaps it's a noble phantasm that has some other use. Uh-huh. Most likely. That sounds like an optimal possibility. Words.
そう。だとしても厄介ね。セイバーの話じゃ A 判定どころじゃないし。瞬間的な攻撃力ならサーバント中最高ってことになるのかしら。
I see, but that's a problem. According to Saber, it's beyond an A rank, and her immediate attack power might be the strongest of all the servants. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and a little bit be like, voices! Those don't exist anymore, because... Yeah, we're just talking about Ryder, until Ryder shows up. I think it's so rude to talk about her with your voices, so talk about them with your text. According to Saber, it's beyond an A rank, and her immediate attack power might be the strongest of all the servants. Well, maybe just with her noble phantasm. Well, it did seem like a noble phantasm superior in both attack and defense, but my noble phantasm is more... Frickin' Saber getting jealous. Getting defensive. That's nice. Don't say what your noble phantasm is like in front of Rin, by the way. That might have been her strategy. Don't say it. What does it say your noble phantasm is? It says it's a C. So, not great. Lancer's got a B. Archer, probably an A, I would assume. A+. We don't know. A. So, I mean... Saber seems to be on the lower end of noble phantasms, honestly. Saber comes to Naka, who goes into pondering. Question mark, ellipses, question mark? What is it? Saber doesn't seem to be enjoying this conversation. Is it because we're talking her down, or because you're giving information to Rin that you don't want to be giving to her? If she's not willing to help us? Or... Saber, is something Tosaka said worrying you? Is it that she said she could kill you in your sleep? No, that is not correct. Yes, I believe it is inappropriate for a knight to inquire into who is the strongest. I mean, yeah. She's acting suspiciously. Saber mumbles on as if she's ashamed of what she's saying. She's ashamed that she feels, she wants Shiro to get all happy that when Saber is strong. She wants Shiro to look up to Saber. So the idea that Saber's not the strongest makes Saber go, no, I'm the strongest. Let Shiro think of me as the strongest. Baka baka. Oh, well, but weren't you saying something weird earlier? Something about you and Lancer's weapons being anti-personal noble phantasms? Anti-personal noble phantasm? It means what it says. My invisible air and Lancer's gay bulg are only weapons to defeat people. Okay. Why? What more do you want to do beyond defeating them? No matter how strong the magical energy or curse it wields, does not go beyond the level of defeating other beings. I mean, what would the next level be? Like, it doesn't create a beam, it just is a weapon that's good at being a weapon, I suppose? Well, that is true. Saber's invisible sword is certainly an advantage in battle. Ugh! That's only in the case of man versus man. Or woman versus man, but, Or woman versus woman. There would be no difference in speed even if you used an invisible sword to chop wood, I suppose. Lancer's gay bulg is the same, except that it can pierce the heart always and forever, which is kind of cheating. Even with a cursed lance that will strike the heart, if the opponent is a rock or a house, it's no more than a strong lance. That is very fair. Does that, what measure is a heart? Do rocks not have hearts? Rocks are people too! What about a house? Wouldn't the heart of the house be based on, like, some kind of biological... I don't know. I see, so that's why it's an anti-personal noble phantasm. Gotcha. Then Ryder's noble phantasm is... I would say that it's an anti-army noble phantasm. Come to think of it, yeah, I saw that in the status screen, so I agree. I heard from my father that there are noble phantasms specialized against others, and noble phantasms specialized against armies. So, yeah. Sounds like Ryder's is one of the army variety. How many noble phantasms do we know now? We know Lancers. We know Sabers. Berserker... Oh yeah, we sort of know Berserker's noble phantasm because Ilya said that who Berserker's identity was. Immortality gained from the blessing curse. The body becomes strong armor, nullifies any attack rank B or below. So his noble phantasm is just the fact that he nullifies attacks that are not rank A at least. Is that the entirety of his noble phantasm? Just, immortality? But, like, only immortality in certain circumstances? And that counts as an A rank noble phantasm? There might be a bit more to it. So, for example, strength of C. Does this mean assassin can never damage Berserker? Is that what that means? Because B rank, yeah, nullifies any attack. I know that's a big deal, but, like, if it's just nullification, I'm just wondering if there's any... like, active way to use it, or if it's just a passive thing. Nullifies any attack rank B or below. So, like, Assassin with his C rank strength can never harm Berserker, for example. And then Rider with C rank strength can't harm Berserker with that, but can with the Noble Phantasm, because it's an A+. Archer has D strength, so can't harm him with physical strength. At least you don't need magic above rank A with him. Yeah, you only need A rank, not above A rank. Lancer has B strength, and B strength gets nullified because it has to be A strength. So, okay, to be fair, this is a pretty good noble phantasm, actually. Saber even only has B strength. Oh, shit. Even Saber only has B strength? So, and her noble phantasm is only C. Does that mean she cannot harm Berserker at all? If this is something that Shiro can somehow gain access to the knowledge of, this would be important to know. I mean, because that's like that noble phantasm, Berserker's noble phantasm in theory means Saber can't harm him at all. Including Lancer can't either because it's only B rank. Hello, Dangalo. It's a BS noble phantasm because it now applies all damage. It's super strong. The only things we know of that can damage are Rider's noble phantasm, possibly assassins, and possibly archers. Like, only noble phantasms. And maybe if Castor has strong magic. But, like, that's super OP if I'm understanding this correctly. Okay, never mind. It's a good noble phantasm. I said it wasn't good. It's worth A rank. Never mind. Ugh. Anyways, a noble phantasm specialized against armies. To put it simply, the anti-personnel noble phantasms are guns with unlimited ammo, and the anti-army noble phantasms are one-time missiles. One time? I'm guessing Ryder can do it more than just one time, though. Ryder's noble phantasm is powerful, but it's not a continuous noble phantasm like Saber's sword, which is always invisible. I suppose, but even with the sword, you still got a final smash. Saber still has a final smash. So, I mean, that in itself is sort of a one-time... It's complicated, I guess. It's like, the sword is the noble phantasm, but then there's also your phantasm attack. It's complicated. What? Hold on. I'm sorry, which part? What are we holding on? A gun would be no match for a missile. It's true that Saber's invisible sword is an awesome sword, but it'd be blown away before she could swing it against such a ridiculous noble phantasm. I mean, yeah, duh. So in short, if we're gonna fight her, you're saying we should defeat Ryder before she uses her noble phantasm? Or, you know, just kill Shinji? We could just kill Shinji. This is why you go for the master. I would think so. You'll have no chance of winning if it comes down to the noble phantasm. It's A+. Remember, if you're gonna go look for Shinji and Ryder, and, you know, you're gonna be coming with us, right? We're a team, right? Or are we just a team against Berserker? Is that the only thing you're gonna be teaming up with me for? Because... that's kind of silly of being a team. If Rook had a legit final smash, I don't know what we would do. His final smash is just, you know, not taking damage, which is pretty good. But if he had a legit one, on top of how strong he naturally is, yeah, that's pretty scary. His final smash is just having OP stats. Because if you're going to look for Shinji and Ryder, the biggest requirement is to defeat Ryder before she has a chance to use her noble final smash. I'm sorry. It'll be to your disadvantage if you let the fight last longer. Or you can just defeat Ryder's master, while I'm fighting. He has no means of fighting, so that might be more certain. Yeah, exactly. Just go for the master, as Kirei told us. That's the conclusion. Just kick Shinji's ass. As we have no countermeasure, we can only beat her before she has a chance to use it. So whatever the noble phantasm of the other servants are, we cannot compete in noble phantasms against Ryder. Your advice was helpful, Tosaka. I mean, Saber could have told us anyways, but she's bad at explaining. Not that you're great at it, but you at least are better than Saber, I guess. We'll be going to look for Shinji, but what about you? Will you stay here? Are you just going to stay at my place and, you know, maybe set up some traps for when you have to fight me in the future? No, I don't think you're that kind of person, but I don't know. We've been out of your heads for so long that I have no idea what's going on with you this whole time and what maybe character development you've had without me realizing it, without me being inside your head. Yeah, if you say so, we can go look for Shinji as well, but I guess we won't. Wait, you won't? I'm confused. Shinji said he wouldn't kill masters. I mean, yeah. Shinji was totally lying, obviously, just to get on Shiro's good side. I don't think that was even a matter of getting angry. I just think that was a matter of Shinji lying. Ryder isn't our only enemy, and we originally cooperated to fight against Berserker. About that, I'm kind of Ilya's friend now, but I shouldn't tell you that. There's also the thing at the temple. Maybe we should worry about the thing at the temple. If we go, I guess if we both go to look for Shinji, someone could attack our home while we're away, which could be bad, because then we'd have no home base, I suppose. Oh, wait, remember when Shiro was like, I won't kill masters? Oh, I thought Shinji... Oh, I'm sorry. I see she... You're right. Whatever. I mean, Shiro still says he doesn't want to kill masters. I think that might be the downfall of him, unless he can, you know, get over that. Or, I don't know, maybe he can actually cut off, you know... He did threaten to cut off Shinji's hand or something, take the command seals off by force. That's not killing, technically, so... Ryder isn't our only enemy, and we originally cooperated to fight against Berserker. I have something I need to do as well while you guys are looking for Shinji. What is it? What were you doing last night? What are you doing now? What is it? What's going on in your plot line? I want to see your side of the story, damn it, woman. What's happening? Tosaka stands up with a cold smile on her face. Don't you give me that fat. Don't you give me that hot face. Don't you give me that cool expression that looks extremely appealing to me that makes me go, yeah, I know you, girl. But you! See you. I'll be expecting good results. That's it? You'll be What are you doing? We told you all about what you're doing, and you're doing something else and not going to tell us what we're doing? That's not how teamwork works. That's how you get us to betray you and go work with Ilya instead or something. Just saying. Just saying. Gosh, dang it. Grumble, 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 grumble. Infinite grumbles. Okay, I guess we're going out in town to look for people. Leaving Tosaka at home to do whatever the fuck she wants at my home or whatever she's doing, not even telling us. We decided to go out and look for Shinji and Ryder. And before Rin defeats Caster off screen while we're off fighting Shinji and Ryder, that'd be anticlimactic. We never even meet Caster. I mean, it's the kind of thing that might happen if this was an anime and we saw all points of view, but as things stand, I mean, to be fair, we can eventually have the, what are they called? The interludes where we see other people's perspectives for a bit. But I mean, that hasn't happened, so clearly the game is trying to hide what Rin's doing from us, but that seems so silly because it's like, why though? We're a team. We're teammates. Leaving Tosaka at home, I leave with Saber. And Rin was even the one who proposed the idea of teamwork ship, and she's not being the team member. Like, we're telling her all of our baggage, and she's not dropping us any of her baggage. Is it because she doesn't want to concern us with it because she wants my penis? Or is she over-wanting my penis? No, I think she still wants my penis, or she doesn't want to concern me by doing something dangerous? It's 7:30 in the morning. Rin's teamwork. Get these idiots to do things for me, and then they'll die. Hopefully they do a decent amount before they die, but once they die, I don't have to worry about them anymore. It's killing 3 birds with one Shiro. And then while I was using these fools fight for me, I'll get Archer gather strength, and then I'll win. That is a potential plan Rin could have had all along. You're not wrong. I just don't think she did based on when I saw inside her head. She doesn't seem in her character, but... Anyways, it's 7:30 in the morning. The hill is really quiet. Students usually go to school at this time, but not many people are around today because they're all, busy recuperating after the Shinji attack. Maybe Archer convinced Rin to start to break ties. I don't think so. I don't think Archer wanted the teamwork thing to happen in the first place. And considering that Rin, I think, is more and more wanting to start liking my penis, I don't think she'd now curve away. It would seem too flippy-floppy. Maybe she's going to have a flippy-floppy character arc, but I don't think she's that flippy-floppy, but we'll see. Not many people are around today. I hear the school is closed down temporarily. Okay, this is kind of neat, so I'm going to turn the voices back on. Even though nobody died, most of the students apparently cannot stand up yet. Okay, I'm going to go to config, and I'm going to go to voices, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to go, Just Shiro stays off, because Shiro's a mute idiot. What? Nah, he's not an idiot. Nah, he's not mute, is the correct statement. Even though nobody died, most of the students apparently cannot stand up yet. It's like severe malnutrition, so it should take a few days before they'll be able to move again. I turned on her voice, right? Right, okay, so that was Shiro talking. Rin is actually working with Taiga to kill Shiro. Where did that come from? She already knew Taiga well because Taiga's father's a Yakuza and is involved in the drug traffic. I mean, sure. Should take a few days before they'll be able to move again. But those are the lucky ones. Some of them received injuries that will last a lifetime. Like me, from the fire. How I got permanently scarred in several psychological ways.
タイガも病院に運ばれたと聞きます。見舞いに行かずともいいのですか、シロ。
I hear Taiga was taken to the hospital as well. Is it alright not to go visit her, Shiro? The right thing to do is to visit Taiga. I mean, it'd be suspicious otherwise, and she'd probably get really sad if you didn't visit her. But maybe you don't have to visit her on day 1. Yeah, they said Fujine's just fatigued. Even though Shinji said she'll be the first one to die. She actually probably wouldn't be one of the last ones to die. Because she's just so resilient. They told me not to worry about it and to study at home. Fuck her, she threw hot water on me. There's that too. This is for all the abuse. Yes, I can relish a little bit in it as long as you didn't die. I called the Fujimura house and checked on Fujine's state before I left the house. Yeah, Taiga was living with Shiro only to gather information about his lifestyle. and was the one to make the summoning seal. The plan was to make someone weak become a master so they could eliminate them with ease. All part of Rin's plan. That's why Rin didn't even worry when Saber went to attack, because she was always going to make Shiro her bitch. And that was all part of Taiga's plan. Hubba, hubba, hubba. I don't think Taiga's involved. I'd be quite surprised. I called the Fujimura house and checked on Fujine's state before I left the house. I'd like to go visit her, but I should hold off on that for now.
では探索に専念するのですね。それはいいのですが、シロに当てはあるのですか?
Then you're concentrating on the search? That's fine, but do you have any guesses? I mean... her house? There's her house. What's Sakura been doing all this time when she was shooed away? Right, no, she gave a week, that's right, because Rin said, you know, only for a week or whatever. How long has it been since the week started? Comic relief for secret final boss? I mean, at this point, yeah. She's probably just there for the Taiga Dojo. Unless Taiga Dojo is the final boss. The Taiga Dojo is the real final boss, because that's what happens after you die. And that's what you would call the final boss, but... that's fine, but do you have any guesses? I mean his house, but also what the fuck Sakura? What the fuck Sakura this whole time? What the fuck Sakura? Oh no, I'm scared all of a sudden. She was supposed to be away for like a week. How far into the week are we? And what about when the week is over? Maybe Rin's prepping for that, for the week to be over? Maybe she's thinking about what she's going to do when that's over. I don't know.
私はサーバントの気配を読み取れますが、それも近づかなければわかりません。何か手がかりがなければ探し出すのは難しいのではないでしょうか。
I'm able to feel the presence of servants, but that's only possible if I'm near them. I believe it will be difficult to find them without some sort of a clue. Don't even do that! You know, maybe Sakura's already dead. I don't think so. I don't think Shinji would have killed Sakura. I think Shinji obsessively likes Sakura in a creepy way. So I don't think he'd ever kill her. But he might have, like, tied her up in some rape basement. I wouldn't put it past him. Which is all the more reason we should investigate his house to see if Sakura is tied up there in some creepy rape basement. If Shinji was hiding and not doing anything, it would be difficult to find him. But considering his personality, I don't think he'll stay quiet after that incident yesterday. You? Considering a personality? I mean, he's smart and cowardly, which makes me think he'd stay in hiding. But he's also extremely... he has an extreme inferiority complex and would want to prove that yesterday was a fluke and make himself feel better by beating Shiro. So, I suppose, but would he want to do it that quickly? I think he'd be in hiding for a little bit to lick his wounds. Shinji's not the type to stop when he's beaten.
では、ライダーのマスターは再び結界を張ろうとすると。
You're saying Ryder's master will be constructing another boundary field? I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Ryder who constructed the boundary field, but I don't know. Have we ever seen Sakura and Shinji at the same scene? I think we have seen Sakura and the Shinji in the same scene like once. Yeah. So conspiracy theory canceled. Or even twice. We might have seen the same thing twice. Anyways, no doubt, like me, he can't provide magical energy for his servant. Debatable. If he wants revenge on us, he'll have to collect magical energy first. I'm not sure that's how that works. I don't think you know how things work, Cheryl, but sure, at least you're trying. It's cute that you're trying. So, it shouldn't be that difficult to find him. Okay.
ライダーのマスターを探すのではなく、結界を探すのですね。
So we'll not be looking for Ryder's master, but for the boundary field? I suppose. Yeah, even if we can't perceive the master, we can sense the boundary field if we get near that, and that will tell us about possible locations as well. This sounds like smart thinking, Shiro. When'd you get smarticles in your brains? I guess it was the last experience with Ryder. It just gave you some smarticles. You got some smart points in your level up. Your recent D&D level up. You put it all in intelligence. You got 3 more points of intelligence all at once. 3 plus 3 is 6. No. Even if we can't perceive the master, we can sense the boundary field if we get near it. And that'll tell us about possible locations as well. We just need to look for a large building where lots of people gather. I mean, do you assume she's setting up another boundary field so soon? I think that's a big assumption, but I guess it's something to go off. But also, what about his house? Are we not going to check his house at all? I don't know.
驚いた。
Yeah, we just need a couple near-death experiences. But he got there. Shiro just needed a couple near-death experiences, but he got there. I'm surprised. You're thinking pretty well, Shiro. Exactly. Even she's surprised. Shiro's thinking. It's not like I'm not thinking, you know. I wouldn't say something like that if I wasn't confident about finding them. I mean, it could be misguided confidence, though, so we'll see. Yes, I'm confident. There's the matter of the boundary field, but there's more meaning in us walking around. Why? Because you want to put a target on yourself so that Shinji comes out of hiding, so... Because you just really want to find him now? Even though you'd be the one wanting to get a jump on him? Because if he gets a jump on you, he could use his super awesome final smash and kill you in one blow? Just as I can't leave Shinji alone, I bet Shinji doesn't intend to let us go either. So that's why we should be keeping Saber with us at all times at this point. I mean, we should have been keeping Saber with us at all times anyways, but, you know. Oh, yeah, this is his house. Just to be sure, we go to Shinji's house. Yeah, I doubt he's actually here, but it's worth looking into, I suppose. I have Saber check for the presence of Ryder. The result is negative. Yeah, they didn't go to their house. Shinji must have known that that would have been a stupid move. He's not the kind of guy that would be resting at home. Indeed. Because we're better off, given that we have a team. Yeah, we have kind of like, you know, a cooperative thing going on with Rin right now. So us resting at our home isn't that weird. But Shinji resting at his home is not a great idea when, you know, he's in the weaker position. And when you're weaker, you have to be smarter. You can still be smarter when you're stronger, but you don't have to be always. Let's go. If Shinji's going to construct a boundary field, it'll be in Shinto, and not over here. Let's go to each of the office buildings. Did we, like, scope the place out at all? You know, this is supposed to be, like, his home base where he's got the best, you know, defenses, so it wouldn't hurt to scope it out and see if Sakura's hidden in the basement or something, but... Alright, whatever. Calling out to Saber, I'll leave the Mato house.
いいのですか、シロ。ここはさくらの家なのでしょ。
Exactly. Is this alright, Shiro? This is Sakura's house.
立ち寄ったのですから、声をかけては。それぐらい
Oh
の
yeah,
余
is she
裕がある
here?
と思いますが。
We haven't seen her in a while. Was she at school? Do you not want to talk to her since you're here? I believe we have time for that. Yeah, I would probably want to maybe check in. Granted, I would want to be like, oh, and keep this a conversation a secret from Shinji, but like... I mean, something. It's sketchy, but I want to look into it because I want to make sure Sakura's safe. I would want to make sure. Dash. I'm certainly worried about Sakura. According to Tosaka, Sakura was just weakened. Fortunately, she didn't have any external wounds. So wait, was she there? She was just weak. So she was in there, the school, when the boundary field happened? What? No. Really? Is Sakura faking it? Is Sakura in on it? Did Shinji really not care to let... Was Shinji really okay with letting Sakura be part of it? Was Shinji never planning to make it go all the way? Maybe Shinji was never going to let it go all the way. Or, at least in theory, he wasn't unless he got really angry. Maybe Shinji was never going to have it go all the way. No, Shinji wouldn't have killed Sakura. Oh, is my theory about him... Okay. I don't think Shinji was going to kill Sakura. There is that mindset that Shinji was just willing to kill Sakura. But I don't think he would have just easily killed her. I doubt it. I think it's more likely that Shinji was not planning on having the thing finish. Yeah, also it's possible that Shinji had some means of lessening the effect on her without her knowing. That's possible. That's one thing, so that she didn't die. So either she had some means of lessening the effect on Sakura, or I don't think Shinji was planning on having the field actually go through. That's why he activated it early. He was telling the truth-ish when he said it was sort of a negotiation bait tactic. It was to fuck with Shiro, and he might have stopped it from fucking with Sakura too much. Maybe? Yeah, it didn't affect Shinji, so maybe there's some motto trick to making it not affect certain people. Anyways, she didn't have any external wounds. But if I can, I want to see her and take care of her since she has always taken care of me. That's very true. I mean, this time Rin did it because, fighting waifus over who's taking care of you. But don't you butt on me. I don't think I will. I can't get her involved in this war by going to see her before things are over. Yeah, we are kind of going to go kill her brother, which is a little awkward. But she might like it because her brother's a dick. But, you know, we still shouldn't talk to her about it. Still, I want to make sure she's not, like, secretly in a rape basement. But if Rin's seen her, if Rin told us that she's okay, then I guess it's true. We shouldn't look into this right now. And most of all, I can't go and see Sakura if I'm to fight Sakura's brother soon. I mean, yeah. The worst comes to worst, and I have to kill Shinji. Okay, at least you're acknowledging the possibility. I'll never be able to face her. I think you will. I think you'll be able to face her. It's... Okay, you can worry about that later, but I think you will. If you don't want to, she'll force you to face her because she likes you and will not let you stay away from her for that long. So I shouldn't leave any lingering affections. Lingering affections? More like if you have any lingering affections, if you do plan to never see her again, you should go now and get the lingering affections out of the way. But I mean... That's kind of all of a sudden. I shouldn't leave any lingering affections. Have you jumped the Sakura ship? Are you all aboard the Rin/Saber train? I mean, come on, man. Believe in the Sakura. Especially if if your brother out of the way, then it's not awkward to date your best friend's sister anymore because he's not your best friend. I think that's the best course I can take. I also believe it's for Sakura's best as well. I don't agree. I don't agree. But okay. I don't agree. Not okay, actually. No, not okay. You are the wrong. If you think Sakura not seeing you is for the best in the long run, I guarantee you're the wrong. We go to every building we spot. We went through all the large ones first, but there's no findings yet. Sakura route closed. Oh no. What did I do wrong? Did I like Ilya too much? Did I not like Shinji enough? Dash, 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 dash. Wiping the sweat off my brow, I move my heavy limbs. Did I say yes to Rin's alliance? If I had said no and we'd never teamed up, then maybe Sakura wouldn't have been shooed out? Trying to calm my breathing, I stand still for a while and take a deep breath.
Shiro, 何か異常でもあり
Shiro, is something wrong? Oh shit. The fact that she got cut off, it says that something might be wrong. Her getting cut off implies something wrong.
シロ、こちらへ
Shiro, please come this way. Oh shit, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? This seems important. This seems important. What's happening? Hold on, that's the way to the park. That's my Ilya route. We're not doing that right now. We're doing the Shinji route. There's still some buildings we haven't checked out over this way.
それは後にしてください今こちらが最優先です
Please wait on that matter. This takes priority right now. Oh shit, this sounds important. This sounds like it might break into a fight, and if it does, I guess I'll go ahead and turn on Shiro's voice for now. I guess, just this once. Oh yeah, he's turned off. Something must have caught her attention. She speaks strictly and pulls me toward the park. What's going on? Oh, did she notice Ilya? Oh no. Is it the same park? No, different park. This is a different park.
セイバーどうしたんだよこんなところまでやってきてここには何もないそんなのセイバーにだってわかるだろう
Hold on, Saber. What are you doing coming here? There's nothing here. Even you should know that.
いいですからそこのベンチに座ってください話はその後で聞きます
It's fine, so please sit down on that bench. I'll listen to you later. Wait, sit on a bench? Wait, why are we... bench? Bench? Why bench? Are you benching me? Are you benching me? Is it because I benched you for so long that you're benching me now? Stared down by Saber, I reluctantly sit on the bench. And then... And then she makes love to me on the bench? No, too soon. We'll make love on... The bench of life that we make love on has not yet been sat on. Not that metaphorical bench. I almost faint. What happened? I hold my face with one hand. My forehead is sweaty and my breath is out of control even though I'm sitting down. Hold on. Why am I sweating in the middle of winter? Why are you sweating? Good question.
おかしいなこんなに疲れてたのか
That's strange. Was I this tired? I mean, yeah, you did stop sleeping because you were super on the Shinji train. Maybe because now that you've been out in the house so long and out and about and you've gotten, you know, some of your jitters out of the way, maybe your body is now realizing you need to fucking sleep. As soon as I asked myself that, I finally realized the state of my body. Yeah. I'm not tired. Wait, you're not tired? This is just my unhealed wound aching. Oh, okay. Which wound? I thought you had Saber Wolverine powers. Ugh. Dash, 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 dash. Maybe it's because Ryder has Noble Phantasm, and, you know, Berserker Berserker's noble phantasm is his, immortality or whatever, and so his weapon, he was just using some random, rock sword, which didn't have any magical properties, but, like, maybe, because Ryder's weapon is a magical property weapon, you have some lasting injuries now, maybe? Ridiculous. No matter how deep the breaths I take are, I can't catch my breath. My body is heavy and legs refuse to stand up.
ようやく自分の体に気がついたようですね、シロ。
It seems you have finally realized the condition you're in, Shiro. Saber is angry. I mean, if you realized and I didn't, you should have maybe told me so. Did you think I was being too stubborn? But I mean, if I didn't, you could have informed me on the thing that I was too stupid to realize. It's only natural. It does no good when the one who suggested the idea of searching for Shinji is just resting on a bench. Especially if he needs to rest on a bench, or more than that.
すまん。すぐ動けるようにするから、しばらく待ってくれ。
Sorry, I'll be able to move again soon, so just wait a bit.
私が注意しているのはそんなことではありません。
That is not what I am concerned about.
どうやらあなたには何を言っても無駄のようですね。
It seems it's useless to say anything to you. Oh, useless in what way? I mean, I guess you did kind of try to warn me that I was injured and I should rest, but you should have warned me more. I guess you're too reserved for that, but... Eh? It is true, though, that Shiro is stupidly stubborn. I understand that Saber is angry. I understand, but I don't quite get what she's so angry about. She's angry because you're stupidly stubborn. And even once you finally understand the reasoning behind the anger, it doesn't stop it from being the anger having been caused in the first place. Like you're too stubborn. You don't listen to reason until it's too late. Which is bad. That's a bad. Because eventually it'll be too late, and it really will be too late. Not just kind of too late. Good thing it didn't go horribly wrong. Eventually it will go horribly wrong. So, don't stop it before we get to the eventual.
ちょっとセイバー、きちんと言ってくれないと何が言いたいのかわからないんだが。
That might be the smartest thing Shiro has ever said. Hey Saber, you have to be clear or I won't get what you want to say. Shiro is super dense. You have to spell things out extremely clearly with him, or he will not understand. If only Archer was Shiro's servant. Yeah, then this would, You're fucking staying at home. You're injured, you little piece of shit.
わからないのなら語る必要はないでしょ。
There's no need to tell you if you do not understand. What? No! That's exactly why there's a need to tell. If he doesn't understand, that's when you tell him. If he understands, then you wouldn't need to tell him. What you just said is the most wrong statement. It is the most objectively wrong statement. Take that anywhere out of context you want. I don't know how this could possibly work in context, but that is the most objectively wrong statement. To quote Ansem, one who knows nothing can understand nothing. I mean, yeah. Sure. Well, how do you know nothing in the first place if you don't understand it in the first... Yeah.
いいですから、シロはそこで休んでいてください。
Please just rest there, Shiro. You're giving up. You're giving up. You're giving up with his thick-headedness. That means my thick-headedness will just bite me in the butt later on. Ah! Yeah, Shiro... Yeah, Saber seems pretty bad at helping Shiro out with this stuff. She's too reserved. And now she likes his penis. So, like, she's too reserved, and she likes his penis, which means she's gonna have a hard time, trying to talk him down. So it's a double whammy of... Blech. If you don't stay at home until you get healed, I'll break your legs, so you have no choice but to stay and heal. You're a shitty master anyways. I'll just do all the fighting anyways. He tried to do that with Rin, and then Rin proved that she was pretty strong. But Shiro would not have been able to prove any such thing. Archer would be like, you stay in this house and you don't get killed while I'm out there fighting. Okay. We're gonna do another intermission, because I gotta pee again, and, I gotta pee. That's the most thing. Okay, let's make a save. Save! Shiro needs a sleepy. So, there is no need to tell you if you don't understand. Please just rest there, Shiro. Actually, that's the most important reason to tell them, but, whatever. Sex! S is for semen? No, semen you spell the C, or is it an S? E is for erotic, X is for X-rated pornography, A is for no survivor. How is A for no, and why is it sex? I don't know. Anyways, please just rest there, Shiro.
一人で休むのが嫌なら、 私もお付き合いしますから。
I'll keep you company if you do not wish to rest alone. The solution is that when Shiro loses virginity and he's like, well, in the first time in my life, I actually feel happy. I mean, it could be. Saying that, Saber sits next to me. Oh boy, is this gonna make me happy? Hubba hubba. The bench isn't that large. Uh-oh. Time for shenanigan scene. Saber's sitting so close to me that I could touch her shoulder if I leaned over a bit. Then what are you waiting for? Do it. Lean on her shoulder for support. You're tired, right?
いや、待てってセイバ
Hold on, Saber.
ー。休んでる暇なんてないだろう。俺たちは遊びに来たんじゃなくて。
We don't have time to rest. We didn't come here to play. Oh, nope. Saber's not gonna have any of it.
遊びになど来ていません。休憩も戦いのうちです。文句を言うのでしたら、まずその呼吸を整えてからにしてください。
We did not come here to play. It's true. Resting is part of the battle. If you have any complaints, please tell me after you catch that breath of yours and stop thinking sexual things. Just rest. Touching shoulders. How naughty. Indeed. I mean, well, when you're new to the game, you gotta take anything you get, right? Like, right, Shiro? Right? You say catch my breath, but you know, it's kind of hard to do that when I'm horny. Sorry, and I'm always horny when you're around, so, you know, if we could sit on separate benches, maybe? I mean, I guess to be fair, you know, you want to protect me, and so you want to stay as close as possible in case of emergency, but like, maybe I'll just look the other way. It's true that my body is tired and I can't breathe properly, but if you're this close, the heart just starts jumping and... I'm not being sexy or thinking sexy thoughts. My mind goes to dark places, Saber. Oh, so yeah, actually the best thing for him is to think sexy thoughts, because when he's not thinking sexy thoughts, he's getting depressed.
シロ、人の話を聞いていますか？今まで体に無理をさせてきたのですから、まずは肩の力を抜いて落ち着いてください。
Shiro, are you listening to me?
気が散っていては体が休まらないのですから。
I'm not really listening to you as much as I am taking you in with my eyes. You've been pushing your and my mind. You've been pushing your body all this time, so please relax and calm down for now. Your body will not rest if you're not calm. I can't be calm when my hormones are going this crazy, woman. You're hot.
いや、だから。
Well, so if she wants me calm, why didn't she get away from it? She doesn't, because she doesn't, you know the romance as much. Even though she's starting to get romantic with you, I think in this serious situation, she's able to very easily distance the romance and doesn't really think about it. Whereas you think about it no matter what the situation, you little horn dog. I mean, I would be the exact same, so. I don't know what Saber thinks, but for me, she's a girl of around my age. Well, she's actually younger, but she's a girl nonetheless. Actually, she's like 1,000 years older, but whatever. Are you into the younger girls or the older ones, Shiro? Seems like younger ones. Anyways, on top of that, she's unrealistically beautiful. I mean, I think her beauty is fairly realistic, but whatever. I don't know what kind of a guy would be able to calm down with her next to him. I mean, I'm more of a, you know, I care more about the naughty bits and looking at them like a pervert, like the ass or the boobs. I mean, just the face. Who cares about a face? No, she's got a fine face. I don't know what kind of guy would be able to calm down with her next to him.
シロ、気のせいでしょうか。先ほどより顔色が悪くなってきた気がする
Shiro,
の
is
で
it
す
just
が。
me or do you look more pale? See, Shiro, she's having the same problem that you were having. You were saying that you're not going to get it unless she explains it to you. And she didn't explain it to you. So the only fair thing to do is not explain to her that you think she's super hot? Is it just me or do you look more pale? I do look more pale because of the hormones, woman. Do you need me to explain it to you? Because clearly, you said that, you know, you couldn't explain the thing to me if I didn't understand, so should I explain it to you if you don't understand logic?
そんなことない。動揺なんてしてないぞ。
That's not true. I'm not disturbed at all. Totally disturbed.
それならいいのですが、やはり横になった方がいいのでしょうか。
Oh, Tom's
この
Tom.
辺りで休めるところと言ったら。
A man for whom the face is more important. Yeah, I think the face is more important, honestly. I joke, but like, you know, the face matters. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't. None of them matter. It's your personality that is the most attractive quality. Intellectual traction is so hot, yo. I mean, it is. I don't know why I'm saying that in a jokey fashion. I don't know. To escape from myself, it's all hot. Even your inner self is super hot. I mean, I don't know who I'm talking. I'm not even talking to Saber. I'm just talking to female gender. Well, that is good. It seems you should lie down. Perhaps there's some place to rest around here. Saber looks around. Would Shiro want to rest around here, given that this is the place where, you know, the fire and everything? It's just me, or do you look more pale? That's not true, I'm deserved. Oh, well, that's good. It seems you should lie down. I mean, lie down on the bench is probably uncomfortable, and lying down on the grass is like, organs are hot too! Oh, man, you're yeah, your brain is so hot! And your heart, like, don't even get me started. It's, you know, arguably it's more hot now that it was pierced by Lancer. What? That's a little kinky in the wrong ways. Saber looks around. Hey. Why is there a guy using his... Wait, what? Why is there a guy using his lover-sized a pillow in this desolate place? Wait, so there's... Hold on, what's going on? Is this just a random thing that's gonna get us more horny, or get Saber to be horny when she sees it? Or is this an important pair of, like, master-servant duo I should be worrying about? I think if it was a master-servant duo, Saber would probably sense it, but... Or can Saber only sense when she thinks about it? I assume when the scene happened, I thought Shiro was freaking out because of PTSD. Oh, well, I'm like... I have sex mind, so... I just think sex. Why is there a guy using his lover thighs as a pillow in this desolate place? Oh, yep, that is making Saber all horny. Now she gets the gist. Now she has the similar awkward feelings. That's what you needed. And it seems Saber's looking at the couple and thinking, oh, she's thinking all right. Oh, wait, is she... But in what way is she thinking? Is she thinking, oh no, I should get away with from Shiro? Or should I use... should I be the one who is the lap for Shiro? Would that help him in some way? I mean, it would help Shiro in a certain way, but... depending on his personality, it could make things worse.
Shiro, 気分が悪いのでしたら横に。
Shiro, if you do not feel well, please lie down. It's an open invitation. Ah! And she's kind of getting into the romantic stuff, right? Not fully, but she's kind of is, so it's not okay to abuse her a little bit. I mean, what? She offered, and she sort of... Ah! I would just take it. I would just take the win.
大丈夫、おとなしくしてればすぐに落ち着くから余計な心配はしなくていい。しなくていいから当分ほっといてくれ。
Freaking Shiro playing hard to get. Just take it, man. Just take it. You gotta free me. Just take it. I'm fine. I'll calm down if I stay still. So don't worry too much. You don't have to worry. So ignore me for a while. No, I get it. With his hormones, he's probably would be better to not do that. But like, you know, I'd do it anyways. Looking away from Saber, I close my eyes so I won't see her. I mean, yeah, that's the most he needs right now. If he can feel her even when not seeing her, that'll be even more problematic. I don't think Saber realized that the reason, I mean, lying on another lover, I mean, maybe in her time that wasn't the hip thing to do, so like, maybe she just thinks, oh, I guess that's comfortable, and isn't really thinking about the sexual angle, but like, I close my eyes, won't see her. Ellipses. Calm down. Try to ignore Saber, who is super hot and sitting next to me. All I have to do now is keep on breathing deeply and PTSD. When you're not thinking about sex, you have traumatic flashbacks, of course. The fire died down after one night. The red fiery walls were gone. There was a burnt field all around me, and the blackened woods were smoldering with the sounds of sparking. Especially in this place, yeah. As I lay there, I think that it sounds like a small firework. The sky starts to cloud up. It would rain soon, and the fire should soon stop. So rain should be good, but it arguably makes it worse if it's magic fire and the rain's doing nothing. It's just, taking down the moon, maybe. I was looking up blankly at the sky with a body that was even having difficulty breathing. There's only burnt wreckage around me. I have burns all over my body, and there's a bad burn across my chest. Yeah, the change of tone is rather unfortunate, really. It's like he was thinking sexual things and closes his eyes to calm down, and it only gets worse. Like, I think it's better if he just thinks sexual thoughts. I think it's easier to calm down that way than this way. I have burns all over my body, and there's a bad burn across my chest. My open chest. Uh-oh. Like when your chest got slashed in with by Berserker? Are the timelines colliding? I feel like I could grab my innards with my fingers. Grody. Oh yeah, now that I think about it, I didn't fall because I was tired. She only has 2 moments, sex and death. I mean, yeah. So stay on the sex side as much as possible. My numb body wasn't kind enough to be able to rest just because it was tired. I didn't fall because I was tired. My numb body wasn't kind enough to be able to rest just because it was tired. It was because you're on fire? Or wait. Hold on. Yeah, maybe he, like, if he was this fucked up during the fire, that's what I've been thinking, like, because I was thinking, oh, the future and past are colliding with Berserker slashing his stomach open, but if he was actually this fucked up, then he should have just been dead. I'm pretty sure when Kiritsugu found him, he wasn't this fucked up. So, did he have Wolverine powers? Hold on. Because I thought that was a theory I had, is that was a natural thing that he just had, and Saber had nothing to do with it. But then it got revealed that Saber had something to do with it, or at least Rin thought Saber had something to do with it. Maybe we never confirmed that, because Saber didn't seem to, like, maybe he just has Wolverine powers, and he never realized, and it has nothing to do with Saber. And, like, because Saber didn't seem to realize when his wounds were all healed up. Saber didn't seem to react at all. Like, she was like, are you okay? Wait, you're okay? Why is that? As if it's all a lie. As if Rin tricked both Shiro and the player into thinking that was the reason for the Wolverine powers. But in reality, Shiro just has his own Wolverine powers. Possibly. I feel like I could grab my innards with my fingers. I fell because I think my wounds made me unable to move my arms or legs. Crazy. Which means maybe he is some magical incarnation of something, and his former family is some kind of magic-y, wagic. So Shiro is more magic than meets the eye. Possibly. So I was manly and did not panic. Oh, of course you were manly. You didn't panic, but you also didn't really, you were just very dead. Manly and did not panic. I knew I would not be saved, and I wasn't scared because everyone around me had died the same way. Oh, that's a nice thought. They're all dead too, so if I die, it's not that weird. It's a very normal occurrence in this situation. The fact that you think that way is rather fucked up. You should want to live regardless. Also, you were wrong about knowing that you wouldn't be saved. Interesting. He almost felt content when he knew he was going to die, and yet after being saved is when the depression arguably kicked in, so I just looked up at the clouding sky and watched myself as I grew thinner. But still, with my dazed consciousness, I thought to seek help as long as I was alive, and I reached out my hands. I guess just instinctually. And someone took those hands and saved you. Wait, something's weird. Wait, what's weird? Is it the fact that you got healed, or the fact that you're having a dream where you were injured more than you should have been? Which part is weird? I shouldn't remember a burning feeling in my chest. No, you shouldn't, because that happened with Berserker. And if you did have that burning feeling in your chest, you should have definitely been dead. Oh my gosh, what's going on? This is getting trippy, and I love it. I love trippy. Is that it? Oh, they're holding it off. They're holding it off. Okay, they cut it off there. If they had continued and explained, oh, am I just confounding the future with my past, like the Berserker? If they're cutting it off there, then that means there's some big, oh my gosh, it's gonna be trippy. Shiro's fucking Wolverine. He does have some innate magic shit. Pre-fire Shiro have somewhat fucked mind. The fire made it 1,000 times worse. I don't know. Okay, there's two ways to take this. Either Shiro's Wolverine in some sense. He's got some innate magical powers he never really knew about, that go even further than the whole Ilya connection. Like, even beyond Kiritsugu, he's got some innate thing from before that. And option number 2 is that maybe, yeah, it could be a brain thing. I suppose it could be a brain thing where the fire mentally screwed him up, and so he is inflating the Berserker scene with the past. And the fact that his mind is fucking with him may come majorly into play in the future, and we may get some genjutsu going on, and like maybe something that we think is big ends up being not big because of his weird memories. And so we think we see something, but we don't actually see something. It's some kind of trick of the... So I think either it's going to go in that direction where some crazy trick is going to happen where we're going to think something is real for a long time and then find out it's fake, or he's Wolverine. I wake up suddenly. I open my shirt and check my body.
だよな。傷なんてないし。
There's no scar at all. I mean, even if Berserker is what caused it, there's no scar, so... Or was there something from before? There's no scar on my chest. I almost died because of lack of oxygen from the burn after all. I didn't have any fatal wounds. No fatal wounds? You say no fatal wounds, but... Is that true? Or did you just not know because you got healed? Maybe the only reason Kiritsugu was able to save you, the reason you lived that long, despite being so young, by the way, because the older you are, generally the bigger your lung capacity, the fact that you live despite maybe older people dying, assuming your parents died, I don't know the situation. We've gotten fucking no word on your parents. Did you even have parents? Are you magic? Maybe you're just Wolverine. Maybe that's why you even lived that long. And I didn't have any fatal wounds. If I had taken something like that, I bet even Kiritsugu wouldn't have been able to save me. No, he wouldn't have. So either your mind is really playing tricks with you, which could be interesting in the future, or you're Wolverine. More importantly...
夜になってる。俺寝ちまってたのか。
It's night already. Was I asleep, Saber? And did Saber just let him sleep? Saber, you better not be asleep, right? Saber can't be sleeping in this situation.
はい。よく眠っているようでしたので起こしませんでしたが、その会話あったようですね。
Did I sleep on your lap?
白の顔色は良くなっていますから。
Yes, you seem to be sleeping deeply, so I did not wake you up. It seems the result is worth it. You look much better than before. Okay, so I think this proves the point that if we think we should rest despite our body. Saying, my body comes second. It clearly doesn't if you aren't in any condition to fight. So, yeah.
人が悪いな。居眠りした俺が悪いにしても、起こしてくれてもよかったじゃないか。
You're mean.
休んでいる暇はないって言っただろ。
Even if it was bad for me, you should have woken me up. No, that is the exact opposite. She is your servant, and her, she goes away if the master dies, so she wants to make sure you're in tip-top condition, even ignoring the fact that she likes your penis. I mean, going after Shinji, sure, but if you just die trying, then that'd be stupid. Especially if you die trying against someone who should be easy prey. That's doubly stupid.
休息は必要な行為です。それに白が眠っていたのは1時間程度ですから、そう問題はないでしょう。
Resting is a necessary action. You were only sleeping for an hour, so there should be no problem. Only an hour? Really? So I guess it got dark quick then. I was thinking more like 2-3 hours, but... You may not value your life, Shiro, but I do. Exactly. It's funny because it's sort of the other way around, where Shiro's like, Saber, I value your life, but not mine. And Saber's the same way. Like, Saber, I value Shiro, your life, but I'm no one special. I'm no one important. I don't even think of me as a girl. I'm just servant. So, and, arguably Saber is the more correct one in this situation, but, like, doesn't mean there's no validity in Shiro's side of thinking that Saber's important. But both of them need to learn to like themselves a bit more.
そりゃ結果論だ。俺が起きなかったらどうするつもりだったんだよ。一体。
That's only in hindsight opinion. What were you going to do if I didn't wake up? Let you sleep? Because that means you need it. If you weren't waking up, you need the sleep.
そうですね。あまり変わりはないでしょう。日が落ちて寒くなってきましたから。 そろそろ声をかけようと思っていたところです。
Let me see. It would not have been too different. The day has ended and it was starting to get cold, so I was about to wake you up. That's fair. Because, you don't want to sleep in bad conditions. I mean, Conditions would probably be at the best if you slept at your house, but of course you're a little fuckery-wuckery, so you decided not to do that, but whatever.
まあ確かに体の調子はすごくいいけど
I certainly do feel much better. That's what sleep does, you dum-dum. I get up from the bench and start to walk through the field. There's no trace in the field of what came before. You mean the fire. No trace of when it used to be a residential district, nor any trace of when it was that red burning world. Or my parents. Or my last name. Or even just calling them individually mother and father, which you never did. God. Kind of irritates me that in spite of that, I saw that afterimage just by sleeping here. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of, you know, given you live in the Fate world where things definitely are spiritual, and Archer said that there's a lot of bad will here, it makes sense that they would haunt your dreams and give you a nightmare if you try to sleep here. It just seems fitting.
シロ何か問題でもあるのです
They
か
already haunt your dreams even if you don't sleep here, so of course they would haunt your dreams when you do sleep here. Shiro, is there a problem? Oh, you mean beyond the fact that I want to save people, and yet even when I save people, I'm not happy, and it makes me want to save people more to get a good feeling in my chest, even though it's never going to come, so no matter how much I save people, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse? I mean, that's a problem, but I mean, that's not the problem at hand, I suppose. What else?
ああいやどうせ休むなら別の場所にするべきだったなってここはどうも嫌な思い出がありすぎる
Oh, no, I just thought we should have rested somewhere else if we were going to rest. There are too many bad memories here. I mean, yeah.
嫌な思い出シロはこの場所に縁があったのですか
Bad memories? Do you have some connection to this place? Oh, that's right. Saber wouldn't know about this, right? Saber wouldn't know about this because that was when she, like, you know, she went poof at that point. So she actually never got to see the fire, right? So I guess she doesn't actually know what happened here necessarily. I mean, she should have a sense. Even Archer had a sense that there was some bad shit that took place here. But I guess she does not know exactly about how that whole thing happened. So I don't know if she even knows that Shiro isn't Kiritsugu's blood relative. I mean, I think she could assume. I don't remember how much she learned about Kiritsugu's personal life.
あそっか話してなかったっけ俺昔はこの辺りに住んでたんだ10年前の話だけどな大きな火事が起きて両親も家も焼け落ちたその時に親父に助けられてそのまま養子になったんだよ
I am going to watch Saber's reaction like a hawk. I must have not told you yet. I used to live here. It's 10 years ago, though. But there was a big fire, and both my parents and my house were... Again, both my parents. Freaking never refers to them individually, never refers to them by name, never refers to his old last name. God. I was saved by Kiritsugu and became his foster child. Both my parents and my house burned up. Just casually. Both my parents. I mean, to be fair, it's been a while, but... I was saved by Kiritsugu and became his foster child. How are you going to react to that, Saber?
ではあなたは
What? Then you are... Then you are what? Then you're not his blood child? Because you had to have known I was Kiritsugu's child. Because of Emiya. I think we've been over that before. Maybe you thought I was a blood relative and you didn't know that? Or you didn't know that... you didn't know about this incident and that I was a part of this incident. Do you even know that this incident was sort of your fault? I mean, not really your fault. It's really Kiritsugu's fault, but I mean, it was also your fault. Unintentionally.
ああキリツグの実の子供ってわけじゃないそれに聖杯戦争と無関係ってわけでもないのかな
Yeah, that means I'm not Kiritsugu's child, and I guess I'm not completely unrelated to the Holy Grail War either. I mean, yeah, you're definitely not unrelated. You're related in several ways.
ここが前回の戦いの最後の場所だってのは聞いてるよそこで生き残った俺がマスターになるんだから皮肉というか縁があるっていうか
I heard that this place was the final battleground in the last war. Uh-huh. And are you gonna put two and two together? When, you know, cause, no, wait. Did Rin tell you this? That the final two, I think... Yeah, because I believe Rin told Shiro that the final... Someone said at some point that the final two... Saber has always made it to the finals. I want to say someone said that in front of Shiro. So we should know in theory that Saber made it to the final two. So we should know if he's a Smarticle, he's not. But he should have already been able to theoretically put the dots together that Saber was in that final battle. But anyways, no, wait. We don't know for sure that Saber was in... No, I don't think we know for sure Saber was in this one. We just know that Saber was in a previous one, but it didn't have to be the Zero one. I don't think. Anyways... The one person who survived it became a master, so I guess you could call it. Even if he doesn't have, even if he couldn't theoretically know for sure, he could at least know enough to, you know, ask her to see if he has some merit. But anyways, the only person who survived it became a master, so I guess you could call it kind of ironic. I mean, yeah, it is ironic, I suppose, but I mean, it's also, you know, it's more than just ironic because, you know. The person who caused it is the one who saved you, so. Shiro doesn't know about the Saber thing. Okay, that was just Rin's internal monologue. It's been a while, so I forgot. So Shiro doesn't know that. Okay, gotcha. Even if he did, though, I think Shiro wouldn't be smart enough to put two and together, to be fair, if I'm being honest. But anyways, I walk through the field. It's been 10 years since that happened, but it seems this ground isn't fertile at all. Maybe the regrets of the dying people have seeped into the land. Archer said as much.
シロ、あなたが犠牲者を出すまいとするのは、それが理由ですか?
That's a noble thing to do. I think you would respect it, Saber. Shiro, is that why you seek to prevent any victims?
あなた自身が聖杯戦争の犠牲者だからこそ、自分のような犠牲者は出したくないと。
Since you are a victim of the Holy Grail, you do not want another victim like yourself? Maybe this is going to make you bond a bit more, because, you know, Saber, you were also sort of part of that whole thing, so knowing that Shiro was involved and then saved and now became your partner, it's, rather poetic. And I think you would want to support him in this goal now that you know this story, I would think. I would think that would trigger something. I mean, you were already supporting him, but I mean, support him for his personal reason and not just support him in a general sense. And you do not want another victim like yourself? I mean, yeah, he doesn't want another victim like himself, but he also doesn't want another victim because he wants to feel good about being a hero. Well, that's... Shiro seems to be only stupid when it concerns girls or his life expectancy. Nah, that's giving him a little too much credit. Shiro is... I can't really put a start and end point on where his stupidity starts and ends, but it's a bit of a wide range, I think. Well, that's... Oh, he stuttered! Now that she mentions it, maybe that is logical. That is a logical through line. Maybe that is why I want to do it. He's trying to give himself another reason, even though that's not the real reason. The real reason is because he wants to feel good about himself. He hadn't even considered that. He stuttered. Well, that's... Because that might have been the reason he wanted to do it. And Saber thinking that was the reason, that seems like a good reason. But that's not Shiro's reason. It's because he wants to feel good about himself because, you know, Kiritsugu felt good about himself. So there is a connection. But, now that she mentions it, maybe that's logical. Yeah, that does sound like a thing that I may have wanted to do. Is that why I'm doing it? No, it's not, Shiro. But, I mean, anything to help you sleep better at night. Legitimately. But strangely, I've never thought about it that way. Because that's not why you're doing it. You don't care as much about the victims as you do the feeling of saving. You want to have that good feeling that you know Kiritsugu had. That's what you want. Ooh, yummy water.
どうだろう。セイバーの言うことはもっともだけど、俺はもっと単純だと思うよ。
I don't know. What you say is true, but I think it's simpler than that, but also more complicated. And fucked up.
10年前さ、ここでキリツグに助けられた時はただ嬉しかった。それ以外になかったから、自分もそうなれたらいいと憧れたんじゃないかな。
I was just happy when Kiritsugu saved me here 10 years ago. There was nothing else, so maybe I admired him and wanted to be like him. It seems a little more nuanced than that. 3 layers to this? First layer, wants to be a superhero to save people. Second layer, wants to be a superhero to prevent victims due to survivor's guilt. Third layer, wants to be a superhero to have some happiness. I mean, I suppose. I think it's even more nuanced than that, but sure, I guess that's one way to narrow it down. That's right. I was just happy at that time. Even you were happy at that time. You were happy when you were saved, but were you happy when you were saved, or were you happy because he was so happy and his happiness rubbed off on you? And maybe you want also to give other happiness to other people, but it's also about giving happiness to yourself, right? It's layered. I can't put into words the emotion I felt when my request for help was granted. But at the same time, the happier I was, the guiltier I felt. Because you think you don't deserve to be happy when... Because I guess, to be fair, everyone else died. You were the only one he saved. So why do you get to be happy? Stop being happy. Everyone else died. You don't get to be happy. You live, jerk. You don't get to be happy. You fucking... How dare you? Everyone else is dead. Kiritsugu saved just you. You're not allowed to be happy. You have to feel bad for all of the dead people and just always feel bad. And commit your whole life to saving people. Because if you don't, then you have to feel bad that you were the one saved instead of someone else. Because if someone else was saved by Kiritsugu and not you, they could have done something important with their life. Super important. So you have to do something important with your life. You have to. You owe it to the dead people, right? There is that aspect, I suppose.
けど自分だけ願いが叶えられたってのは居心地が悪かった。俺は親父に助けられたけど、他の人たちは助けられずにずっとこのままだ。
I didn't feel at ease because I was the only one saved. I was saved by my father, but no one else was saved and ended up like this. Everyone wished for help, and I was the only one who received it. It's kinda fucked up. But I mean, I don't know. You really have to... Obviously, he is not doing this, but you really have to just let that go and realize that, hey, he saved you. Now, save more people if you want to, but don't do it just because you feel guilty that you were the only one saved. That's an unhealthy reason. So is only wanting to feel good. That's also an unhealthy reason, but... Only I was saved. And I was saved with the sacrifice of everyone else. It's not really a sacrifice if he had to choose someone, he just happened to choose you. I mean... If that gives you motivation to live a better life, sure, but don't misconstrue that with feeling like you have to. So, Emiyashiro must take responsibility for it. No, you really don't have to, and I think that leads to unhealthy mentality, but okay. Now, it's even more fucked up. His only goal in life, being a superhero, doesn't bring him happiness. I mean, yeah. He has other hobbies that bring him happiness. He's like, I don't deserve this. I know. I don't deserve to be happy, but I want to have that joy that, Kiritsugu felt, but I don't deserve to be happy. So when I feel happy, I feel guilty. No, this happiness isn't right, which makes him feel guilty, which means he loses the happiness, which is why he doesn't get the happiness. Maybe that's the reason he doesn't get the happiness. And we'll never get it for doing this, because anytime a little happiness seeps in, another part of his mind's like, no, that's not good enough. You don't deserve to be happy, not with just this, not with all the dead people. That's not good enough for you to be happy. You gotta do more to earn your happiness. Something, something, something. I suppose. That's arguably better than what I was thinking. That's arguably a better take and more potential to be saved for someone to save him, as it were, mentally. Still bad, but not as bad if that's the idea behind it, is that because of all the dead people, he thinks he has to do more to earn the right to be happy. At least at that point, if he does save, let's say, as many people as died in the fire, fully and completely, maybe at that point he will allow himself to be happy. Hard to say. It's a nice thought, but maybe the only way to fully allow himself to be happy is to go back in time and save everyone who died in the fire, right? Emiyashiro must take full responsibility for it. Honestly, it's kind of a cop-out, though. If that's literally the only way for him to be happy, and he's not able to move on at all, it's a bit of a cop-out that he gets the option to do that, but I guess, that's the plot, and that's the Grail, and it's been set up from the beginning, you get any wish. So it wouldn't be too cop-out-ish, but just, as we go, discovering Emiya's character, if that's really the only way for him to move forward, I'm the kind of person that would like to see him prove that he can move forward and be happy without doing that, and then get the chance to do that anyways, but, and then save them because it's the right thing to do, and not save them just to make himself feel better, that kind of thing. But Emiyashiro must take responsibility for it.
けどまあ、起きてしまったことは戻しようがないからな。
But there's no way to take back something that's already happened. We definitely won't time travel in this game, Baka.
死んでいった人たちに報いたいなら、せめてこれからのことを防ぐべきだ。
If I want retribution for those that died, I should prevent what is to come. You say that, but you already prevented something terrible from happening and still felt shit about it, so I think you're wrong. I think you think that, but you're wrong. You think you do, but you don't. In reality, short of saving literally everyone who died in that fire, I don't think you're going to be happy.
10年前のような惨事は起こさせない。またあんなことになったら、それこそ犠牲になった人たちに合わせる顔がないだろう。
I won't allow a disaster like the one 10 years ago to repeat itself. I couldn't face the victims if that happens. I mean, a disaster, maybe not on that level, but still pretty bad, almost happened at the school, and you stopped it. And aren't even patting yourself on the back for it even at all. You're still just blaming yourself for not doing better. The fact that people got hurt at all. The fact that you know, yes, they didn't go all the way to death, but the fact that you're still hurting yourself for that is just...
まあ、俺の理由なんてその程度のものだと思う。
Also, of course, you couldn't face the victims if that happens. If that happens, they'd all be dead, so... I think my motive is something like that. I don't think you know your motive. I don't think you know, and that's part of the problem. More importantly, we should continue searching for Shinji. Yeah, I just gotta focus on Shinji for now. Just focus on that. Don't think about how shitty I feel that I couldn't fully save everyone. Just focus on Shinji. I feel better, so we should go to the buildings we haven't searched yet. I feel better after that would-be nightmare. It's almost that thinking like back on the past makes him feel better. Maybe even though that should be a traumatic memory, he loves thinking back to that memory maybe because it reminds him of when Kiritsugu saved him, and that was such a happy moment for him. And seeing Kiritsugu's joy was a joyful moment for him, so even though that should have been the most traumatic thing in the world for him, maybe that actually gives him some amount of peace. Maybe that's a nostalgic, nice, sweet memory for him is the fire and Kiritsugu saving him. Maybe that's like the highlight of his life. It's like, it's layered. It's like he feels fucked up that he was the only one who was saved, but also he loved being saved. And that was a whole good, it's a duality. It's an unhealthy duality for sure. There'll be fewer people around at night. If Shinji wants to attack us, now would be the perfect time. So yeah, you probably shouldn't let him attack you, because, you know, he's got the noble phantasm that could one-shot you, so, you know, that's the kind of thing where you want to be a little careful, but okay. If we're gonna make ourselves a decoy, why would you want to make yourself a decoy? You want to make the jump on... Oh, whatever. The real deal starts now.
行こうか、セイバー。とりあえずオフィス街に戻ろう。
Let's go, Saber. Let's go back to the office district for now. That's even more fucked up if he thought the fire was a positive experience. I mean, yeah. I think he, in some way, thinks it's both. Ellipses.
セイバー、どうした？忘れ物でもあるのか？
Did you forget something? I think she's thinking about how that was partially her fault. Not really. It really wasn't at all. It was really all Kiritsugu's fault. I mean, even Kiritsugu didn't intend the consequences. But, like, because she was still part of it, she almost certainly feels guilty because she's a knight and all that. It's like, yeah, the idea that that was a positive experience. The fact that he doesn't think about his parents at all and everything before the fire tells me that maybe that whole life, like, maybe he just has amnesia but doesn't think about it, but I don't think he does. I think it's more a sense that he doesn't care, as if life before that didn't matter, and the fire was like the most interesting thing, and the joy Kiritsugu had in his face was like the most interesting thing for Shiro ever, and he's like, up until now, my life was just whatever, but that is a life to aspire towards, as if he was always somewhat depressed. Saber seems to be thinking of a combo of, fuck, I caused this, and oh fuck, you're so screwed up, Shiro. I mean, but I also caused you being that screwed up. Saber, did you forget something? Yeah, it could have been erased due to trauma. Possibly his past was erased due to trauma, but also maybe he just doesn't care. Maybe he just never cared and life was just not interesting until Kiritsugu gave him something to latch onto and be like, this fire is interesting. Kiritsugu saving me is interesting. Oh, that's joy. Maybe I can have some of that joy. Wow, life is interesting now after this fire. Maybe that's in some way the mindset. Saber, did you forget something?
いいえ。ただ、今朝のことを思い出していました。
No, I just remembered what's happened this morning.
体の傷を治してからライダーのマスターを探すべきだと言った私に、シローは順番が違うと言いました。
When I said we should go and look for Ryder's master after you healed your wounds, you told me the order of importance was wrong. It's not, but go on. Ellipses.
シローは昨日も同じ言葉を口にした。以前から感じてはいましたが、 その時に確信したのです。
Oh, you're becoming confident about something? You said the same thing yesterday. I felt it for a while, but I become confident about it then. That you don't care much about your own life, or at least you put others' lives above yours, or you put you very I don't know if you're a death seeker per se, maybe, but you have very little importance on your own well-being, or like you think that you're living on borrowed time because of the fire, like you deserve to be dead in the fire. So if you die now, it's not a big deal. You should do as much as you can until then. But if you do die, you don't really care because you feel like you're living on borrowed time? Is that it? Especially after Kiritsugu died? Like, Kiritsugu saved you and you get to live on, he doesn't? Maybe you feel it's unfair? I became confident about it then.
あなたには自分を助けようとする気がないのだと。
That you have no intention of saving yourself. As if, even stating that fact is a crime, she stares at me and declares so. I mean, yeah.
あなたは自身より他人を優先している。それは立派ですが、それではあなたはいつかきっと後悔する。
You're putting others ahead of yourself. That is admirable, but you will regret it someday if you continue like that. I mean, yeah, putting others ahead of yourself is one thing, but there's a difference between putting others ahead of yourself and putting yourself deliberately below others. Or maybe you could even be doing both at once, but yeah, I mean, you know, order of operations.
シロはもっと自分を大切にするべきだ。
You should value yourself more, Shiro. You're not wrong, and I'm glad someone's finally saying this to him. However, you should also like yourself more as a girl, but maybe you have. Maybe you're embracing that now, which is why the romantic feelings are coming through. Or maybe because the romantic feelings are coming through and he actually got through to you, is why you're now like, I should try getting through to him. In which case, good on you, Saber. Saber walks past me.
行きましょう。確かにここにいてはあなたに負担をかける。
Let's go. We're certainly putting a burden on you by being here. I like this. I think that's the idea, is that if she's put in a thinking noggin, she realized that, you know, Shiro sort of got through to her, and so it's only fair to try to, you know, be a therapist back, as it were. As the noble thing to do. But also, she just likes his penis now. I mean, it's a little of both. Saber starts to walk towards the office district. I try to call out to her, but I can't in the end. Because you know she's right.
何を
What are you saying? Those words die in my throat because you don't believe saying them yourself. You know what she's saying and you don't disagree. It can't be that I don't intend to save myself. Or can it? Are you sure? It can't be true, but for some reason I can't refute her words. Because maybe you've looked at your actions and you're like, oh, that is rather stupid if I was trying to save myself. Well, that's grim. But maybe there's hope. We walk through the town. That seems like a beat. Maybe I stop here. That's kind of a beat. That's a little bit of a beat. Do we stop on the beat? Also, this seems like there's no music on this screen. Hold on. No music. This might be... Actually, I'm going to go and make this save, actually, for posterity at the very least. No music, yay! It's also kind of a nice beat. We've been going for about 4 hours. I still want to go a little longer. Not too much longer. Oh, there's sound of people. Well, it's not much sound. It's a little sound. Okay, hold on. You're right, I heard it. The ambient sounds. Hold on, ambient sounds. No music, yay. Okay, maybe some. Actually, it's still true that there's no music. It's just, you know, there's sound effects. There's a difference. These streams are great. You're welcome, Inu Hanyu. I have fun. We walk through the town. It's past 8 o'clock. At this time, when the station gets the most crowded, Saber and I stare at the map of the city. Carmen San Diego. I don't even... Like, is that a compliment? Thank you, I guess.
主だった建物は回りましたね。他に行くべき場所はありますか？
We have gone around most of the main buildings. Are there any other places to go? I don't know, somewhere where there's legitimately no music instead of half-assed no music?
そうだな。少し離れたところに工場がある。あそこも人が集まる場所だから調べておかないと。
Let's see, there's a factory a little way
工
away.
場っていうのはシンジの趣味じゃないと思うんだが。
We should look there since people gather there as well. Well, I don't think a factory is Shinji's style, though. What is I mean, Carmen Sandio's a detective? Sure. But I mean, seems like, I don't know, seems like an odd comparison of all detectives. I mean, you could say Sherlock Holmes, but, or Renegade is L, or, you know, just interesting choice of Carmen Sandiego, that's all. I mean, maybe Carmen Sandiego maybe you're big into Carmen Sandiego. But personally, I mean, I've heard the name Carmen Sandiego, but I've never checked out any of the works there. Hold on, I'm curious now. What is Carmen Sandiego from again? I don't even remember. It's a book series or something? Carmen Sandiego, what is that? TV series. Oh, that's Carmen Sandiego? I know there's like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Oh, that's the new series, but there's an old series, right? Isn't there an old show? Hold on. Is a series of American educational mystery video games. Oh, never mind. They're video games. Oh, gosh. An edutainment franchise. I haven't seen that name in a while. Edutainment. Anyways. I don't think factory is a Shinji... I don't think a Shinji is a factory style, though. Even as I answer, it's hard to look at Saber. Because of the awkward conversation we just had. There's a factory a little ways away. There is lots of people. I don't think a factory is Shinji style. Shinji would be, you know, Shinji's too... Shinji would think, a factory is too grimy and greasy. Too much work intensive. It must be because that conversation earlier is still affecting me. Oh, well, yeah, I would think so. Since Saber is acting like she doesn't care, it bothers me even more. I don't think she doesn't care. She just, you know, wears her emotions inside and doesn't show them on her sleeve so much. Except when it comes to romance, because that's all new and weird to her.
そういうセイバーの方はどうだ？ライダーの気配はつかめるか？
How about you, Saber? Can you feel Ryder's presence?
いえ、感じません。彼女とは一度戦っていますから。
Oh, you got cut
近
off.
くにいれば知覚できるのですが。
Never mind, I thought you got cut off, but actually it looks like you finished your sentence. No, I do not. I have fought her once, so I should be able to perceive her if she's nearby. Oh! A strange feeling pierces my heart. Uh-oh. Do you sense her even though she doesn't? Because of your Wolverine magic powers that you're actually way stronger than we realized? Oh, we have magical energy that even I can feel. Not ring a bell. I mean, I've definitely heard Carmen Sandiego. I just have never engaged in any of their things, to my knowledge, unless I did when I was a youngin'. Maybe when I was a youngin' in school, we had to play one of their games. I don't know. There's no way Saber can't feel that.
シロ、言うまでもないと思うのですが。
Sure, I believe I don't even need to say this, but
分かってる。近くにいるのか？
I know. Are they near Saber?
いいえ、まだそこまでの距離ではないようです。ですが、確実に見られている。
No.
この魔力は
don't think they're
私た
that
ちに対
close
する
yet.
挑発でしょう。
But they're certainly watching. This magical energy is probably to revoke us. Oh boy. How long have they been watching? How good are they at watching? Are they good at long-range perception? Shinji theoretically shouldn't be, but I guess he does have magical tools, so maybe with some of those tools. And also, what about Ryder? Maybe she's good at perception? Because she seems to be a decent assassin caster, even if she's not great at riding. They're watching us. That must mean they finally fell for the decoy. What decoy? Is Rin gonna, like, actually do something? We didn't get any, you know, there was no planning of, hey, Rin, we'll be a decoy. You go after him when we decoy. You shouldn't even be a decoy. Like, you being a decoy is a bad idea. But, if they're emitting magical energy so obviously, they must be trying to tempt us. I mean, obviously. So, you have to be careful. Are you going to be careful, or are you just going to run into the trap like a dingus? Now that you know it's a trap, maybe the smartest thing is that now that I know it's a trap, to run into the trap. Because last time I didn't know it was a trap, and ran into it, and that was a bad move. So now, if you know, one negative, if they know it's a trap and avoid the trap, they probably expect me to avoid the trap and not to run into the trap. So, I am my own decoy. I mean, that's not how decoys work.
で、この気配、ライダーなのか？
Is this Ryder's presence? My mind switches. The awkwardness from before disappears. We're in fight mode now. Let's go. Fighty fight. Second impact.
魔力をたどります。 注意してください、マスター。
I should follow the magical energy. Please be careful, master. Ooh. I nodded silently. Ooh. The murderous intent stinging my skin is coming from the office district, empty of people. Ooh. Oh, this is where Rin first, looked down and saw Shiro, and Shiro looked up and saw Rin, and but they didn't really see each other, but they did, and it was all awkward and sexy and stuff. Oh boy. So this scene's finally coming back. I love the nighttime feel. I love the the feel of this city. This looks like a place that I'd love to just, hang around in, but can a decoy with no backup still be called a decoy? No, it's just called being an idiot and walking into a trap on purpose or something. I think decoy is definitely the wrong word in this situation. I get what Shiro was going for, but decoy is not the right word. The murderous intent stinging my skin is coming from the office district, empty of people. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe no one is working. Oh, ooh. And here's the ooh. The little, the silent, not so silent night going on. Ooh. Night is when all the cool fights happen. I mean, we had the rider fight during the day, but that one wasn't really cool. It never got to be, bait should be a better word. Sure, but you being your own bait is even, night is when all the cool fights happen. The fact that the last one didn't happen during the night should have signified that no one was going to die. Maybe no one is working overtime today of all days. Most of the lights in the buildings you could call the symbol of Shinto have already disappeared. Not many people are walking through the roads and the view isn't that bad. It's good to see and everyone's getting their green lights in traffic. It's a very nice day out today. No one looks suspicious. If Shinji is anywhere, he would be ahead of us. Perhaps the park we were just in, which means you have to go backwards. So he saw that you were there and came there and followed your presence because you were there for so long and set up a trap? Sounds like a bad place to fight. Sounds like a bad omen. The murderous intent is getting stronger. You mean you feel his murderous intent? You feel your own murderous intent? I mean, I guess a little of both. There's no mistake that an enemy is nearby. No, more like... Oh, guys, what's with the fuzz? Why is the game glitching out? What is this? Is the game meta? What is happening? I feel a chill run down my spine. That's what you call a chill? From the intensity of the murderous intent that even I can feel, perhaps we are already in the range of an enemy. Oh, can you feel that the noble phantasm is coming? Maybe you feel it because of your Wolverine magical, you've always been magic senses, and so you know you have to get out of the way or the noble phantasm from Rider will kill you. Watch out, Saber. Something strange. If you can feel this and Saber can't, that's definitely strange.
ええ、シローの感覚は正しい。このように人目のある場所で仕掛けてくるとは思い
Okay,
ませ
never
んが、
mind. I guess she can feel it too.
相手が
Whatever.
相手です。
Yes, your
用心に
senses
越
are
したこ
correct.
とはありません。
I do not think they will attack us out in the open, but we should still be careful. Nodding silently, we head to the park. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'll ignore the oppressive pressure that feels like having a knife stuck in my neck. Ryder and Shinji are nowhere in the office district. Good, offices are boring. I hate work. If they're going to attack, it'll be in the park where nobody'll see.
シロー、
Shiro, oh shit, noble phantasm, we gotta duck out of the way, right? This is exactly why we should never have been the bait. This was the bad idea. Of course they were gonna noble phantasm attack us. We gotta get out of the way. Saber? I turn to Saber. She rushes at me like lightning. Oh, obviously. Still though, attacking before we get weakened is probably, I don't know, it's debatable. No, because they let off energy on purpose so that we noticed, or maybe it wasn't on purpose so they could build energy. They wouldn't have wanted us to notice if they were going to kill us without us noticing, unless they were doing that to build energy, and an unfortunate side effect was that we would notice. Or to get us in the line of path? I'm not sure. Something. Anyway, she rushes at me like lightning. To push me out of the way, because some fast attack is going to happen. You'd think they want, like, Ryder is a good sweep-up attacker, I would say. In fact, it's good for Shinji's personality, the cowardly personality. If he actually took advantage of his smarts and didn't get cocky about the whole wanting to prove himself better than Shiro. He's good at he would be good with Ryder's Noble Phantasm at the idea of getting two other people to fight themselves, tire themselves out, and then make them tired enough to not be able to duck out of the way, and then have Ryder fire up her Noble Phantasm and obliterate them both. He'd be pretty good at that kind of thing with not Ryder's Noble Phantasm, but, or Shinji's going for the typical, I'm gonna fuck gloat in Shiro's face. I mean, that's what we did last time. If he does it this time again, that'd be... I don't think he's that stupid. We'll see. Oh gosh. Deflects the attack over my head. I look up. All the way up? In my sight is a large building towering overhead as if to reach the heavens. The heavens? Is Shinji up there for once? Last time it was Rin, but is Shinji up there this time? And clinging on its side like a spider is the figure of the enemy. So this would be Ryder clinging on the side? I mean, still, why did we feel a weird presence? Was the weird presence a distraction? It didn't work. It almost worked. She really is a purdy servant. Anyways, what? Long hair covering her whole body and flexible white limbs. The figure with the masked face is none other than Servant Ryder, who's riding a building this time, it seems. Where's your mount? I don't see a mount. How did your mount? Is your mount on top of the build? Anyways. Did you just laugh? No, that would definitely be Shinji. Ryder wouldn't laugh. At least not. It would be a plot twist if she did, and it would be a random to have the twist now. So that was definitely Shinji's laugh. The figure clinging around the 5th floor looks at me and licks her lips. Oh, never mind. She's licking her lips. She's excited. Ryder's excited about this. Ooh, she enjoys the combat? Ryder enjoys combat? Ooh, ooh. She's chaotic good, though. I mean, she's chaotic. I mean, does she think I'm hot? Does she enjoy fighting people? I mean, she fought me earlier. Maybe she enjoyed slashing me earlier and wants to get a little more of that slashy goodness. She enjoyed slashing herself. Maybe she just likes cutting things. And she cut me up a good bit without actually finishing me off. Maybe Shinji thought she was going easy on me earlier, and that could have been just because Shiro was, you know, good at blocking. But it also could have been maybe because she was going a little easy on him, because she likes toying with her food, as it were. And so she just enjoys the act of the cutting, and so that's why she's licking her lips, because she's, you know, itadakimasu, as it were. I feel a freezing chill. There's no mistake. She came down from the top of the building to kill me using my overhead blind spot. Going straight for the master is not a very good thing to do, by the way, just like a blood fort, so you're not a very good person, but I'm sorry, I should probably just drop that. Saber lands on the ground. Saber, who jumped above me and deflected the attack, has instantly armed herself. Wrong purple hair girl, Rennie. Wait, I'm sorry, what? I mean, not really. Is it wrong, though? It could be a fusion between genres.
Saber,
Saber, she's... I'll follow her. Please stay here, Shiro. I mean, I suppose that's a little risky, but okay. How are you gonna follow her? You gonna jump up a building? What if this is the trap? What if Shinji has something up his sleeve and needs to get Saber lured away? Maybe that is the trap. She kicks the ground. The silver armor disappears from my vision in an instant. Because we assumed they were further away, so the fact that she's here all of a sudden, even though we thought they were quite a ways away, I guess because she moved with her light? No, she wouldn't have used her normal phantasm. She would have just maybe moved really fast because she's that fast? If Ryder coming down from the top of the building is ridiculous, so is Saber pursuing her just by jumping. Run and jump woman. Yeah, she was also good at jumping when she went to go after Assassin, jumping on building tops and all that. No, perhaps because they are servants, normal logic doesn't apply to them. Yeah, I think we've already been over this. Like Ryder, Saber kicks the side of the building and charges at Ryder like lightning, running up the side of the building. Parkour! Hota! The two shadows intersect at great speeds. She leaps tall buildings in a single bound. But I was supposed to be the superhero. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, hey, Panana. The two shadows intersect at great speeds. They clash overhead and separate, and then kick off the building and clash again. It's like watching fighter aircrafts dogfight. I mean, okay. Really? The clash overhead and separate, kick off the building and clash again in midair? Oh, geez. This sounds so cool to watch. Anime when? Oh, wait, it already happened. Oh, God. I wait here and stand by. I have to follow Saber. Oh, gosh. A choice. A choice? Just a fleeting visit. That's okay, because I'm probably not going to be streaming much longer. By that, I mean, I think I'm done. That would make Saber the rider. Haha, that's funny. Because, you know, everybody is a better rider than Ryder. Saber is a rider. She does ride. It does say Ryder has a really good rating score, but I won't believe it till I see proof of that. Fucking A+ riding score. She better ride at some point. Anyways, oh boy, more fight choices. Will we see the Taiga Dojo? Or will we unfortunately be smart and miss it? I'd like to think at least once I can get into the Taiga Dojo by accident. I hope I'm not so smart that I manage to avoid every Taiga Dojo, unless I go into it on purpose. Save. But anyways, I think I am going to stop here. Well, we all know what I'd pick, right? Ryder's not your waifu. Oh, rude. I mean, I like Ryder, but I mean, this isn't even really this isn't really a waifu choice, I don't think. Next time on Fate Stay Night Z, we hopefully choke Shinji. Maybe this time we go through with it. Yeah. So in this little choice here, we will stop. It is a bit of a cliffhanger, but also, you know, it's a choice. Saber or death. If I don't get any Tiger Dojo throughout the whole game, I'll definitely make sure to go back and see them if I'm that good, if I'm that elite at life. But we'll see when we get there. For now, see you guys next time. Still have an outro phrase. Goodbye, YouTube audience. The video's over now. You can go away.